Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 9 of Beldania. I can't believe it's been 9 episodes already. That was crazy.
Amazing.
Amazing. So, where we left off was you resting in a cave of a giant that you defeated. Did I give you guys loot?
Not sure.
Not sure. That's probably a yes.
You gave us a bit of loot, but then
no,
you were going to give us loot for this session as well.
I thought so. We'll have this down. Thought so. Make an open chest. You'll find a chest inside. It's not locked. Giants aren't good at locks. You will find a couple of pieces of paving. First thing you will find signet. The second thing is a getting there. I'm getting there. Hey, here we go. 2 carnelians.
It should be.
1 bead of nourishment. Which will only work for the 1 use, but 2 pieces of unworked. A hat of vermin.
What the hell is that?
I believe a hat of vermin says, while holding the hat, you can use an action to spend 1 of its charges. Pick a command word to summon a choice of bat, frog, or rat.
Nice.
Creature is neither friendly nor hostile and isn't under your control. Caves is an ordinary creature of its. I have no idea what you'll do with that, but the giant found it highly amusing as it fed him breakfast. Speaking of breakfast, the night's watch is over. You're approximately 4 hours from Eladar. We want to have a meal before we head.
I think a meal is in order.
Well, I'm running ever lower on things, but we can whip something up here, I'm sure. Let's see.
This is the last meal you'll have to provide before purchasing supplies, so.
Yeah, still some of this fruit that won't last too much longer, even in this cold. So why don't we have a bit of that, and just stick with the fantasy Pop-Tarts again, fruit and bread.
Fruit and bread. I don't think that's gonna really give satisfaction. I don't think that's a satisfying meal, as it is a nice snack. So can I have your cooking sheet? I think I've now put on your sheet. Have I done that?
You have indeed.
I'd like to join in Hennik's cooking and maybe learn some cooking and give you guidance.
Oh, I'm going to show you the best way to slice an apple. It's an 18. Really well sliced up.
Check, please, Natasha.
With the guidance, that 18 becomes a 19.
Ooh.
And your
I rolled a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get the sort of fundamentals of like put this with this, make sure this stuff's together. This is stuff you probably know from the inn to a point, but Hennik's showing you how to do it quickly and on the road, and efficiently. It won't give you any skill in cooking as yet, but it will give you the sort of ability to understand how to whip something together in a hurry. Should perhaps ability.
I thought so. Natasha was more just trying to help wash some apples.
Yep. Wash them apples. And sorry. And after that, you are able to begin making your way to Eladar. So we are currently. You're not attempting to make it into the Dwarven Fortress of Eladar. Instead, you are looking to get to the town outside, also known as Eladar, which is a sort of outpost. Oh yeah, that too. I keep forgetting those recently. Every time I try and do a recap, I forget to tell you who's playing today.
Oh shit! I forgot you.
why not? Let's start with that. Let's just backtrack. Today I have playing with me, Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Sebastian Belmont today, who is an abjuration wizard human turned house cat.
I have Jamel.
Hi guys, Jamel here playing Kiavo. Kiavo of the Duskmane Pride, Leonin Wizard, Order of the Scribes.
I have Rico.
Hey, I'm playing Torin, the Dragonborn Paladin, minor noble of the House Goldenbrand.
I have Henrik. I have Go.
I can be Hennick permanently. That's fine with me. I'm. Which am I? I'm Hennick playing. No, I'm Joe playing Hennick. Hennick Littlefield, a halfling bard and farmer without a farm.
And I have Bruno.
I'm Bruno, and howdy, y'all. I'm playing Natasha Ayolet, a cleric, life cleric, who's definitely not from Fantasy Texas.
Fantastic. So yeah, with that out the way, I apologize for forgetting that today. You're looking to head to the outer outpost of Eladar. This is mostly humans. There are sort of hardy tundra folk who are used to the mountains, and that's who tend to run that town. It's not too difficult a journey. It's fairly flat. So as we move across, it should be fairly easy for the cart. As you recall, we took the longer route specifically for the cart. Natasha, can I have a perception check, please? Torin, a survival check. And Sebastian, can I have an investigation?
May I guidance myself, please? 12.
Ooh. 5 on the survival
Great,
check.
we know exactly what everything looks like. We know exactly what's going on here. We just have no idea which direction we're walking.
I got a 12 as well.
Okay, so, Sebastian, you are able to pick up on some tracks on the ground that don't look to be human. However, Torin, I'm afraid you're unable to identify them. But you do know that they are of some form of beastly group. Natasha, as you are out across this, you see that there's the weather's beginning to pick up. It won't be too long before it begins to rain, snow, hail, you're not sure, but you know that it's one of those things. It will start falling from the sky in about 6 or Sebastian, go
on. Seeing these tracks in the ground, my crystal staff's gonna start pulsating, and I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. Kiavo, can I have a wisdom check, please, to read them?
Do I need to roll to see how many hours?
Yes, you do. Where are we up to? Are you currently rolling a D8 or D6?
I have been rolling a D6, but I think it might be.
Yeah, you're a D8 plus 6 now.
Okay.
That's 10 on the wisdom check, by the way.
James, I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
So my feat proficient hunter here says I gain advantage on perception and survival checks to find and track wild animals.
Oh, yeah.
Would this be an instance of that?
You're not looking to find them or track them, but you are looking at tracks of. So I have said to you really quite freely that they are wild animals. So yes, go ahead and make.
That's 11 hours.
Nice.
It didn't help. So no worries.
It's a pretty low DC. What did you get?
8.
8. Okay, well that's good. You identify that this beast definitely has 4 legs. Congratulations.
Not one of them 5-legged beasts.
However, there is somebody who is already reacting to the presence of these beasts, even though you can't see them or hear them. Hennick, can I have an animal handling check? How Black Radish is going to cope with this?
Certainly can.
And actually, I need an animal handling check out of Natasha for his strange animal flock.
Just an 11 for me and Radish.
Okay, yeah. Well, Radish is pretty accustomed to you, you know. He's... but with your animal handling check, you are able to determine that whatever beast it was is at least quite far away. Black Radish sort of is nuzzling the tracks more than anything.
As I approach them, that's really weird. As I approach them, I'll guidance myself because I need my best shot at taking care of these animals, and I got a 10.
Yeah, it's all coming through as ... I'm just Yeah, that's good. Yeah, 10. Satan is pretty easy to control. He's not very interesting. He's cold. However, you have a dog. You
Scab.
I do.
say
Scab
dab?
the dog.
Oh, scab.
Scab.
Which you were just demanding that I dab.
No.
I was like, that's a choice. Yeah, so
Do it now.
Scab is definitely following these tracks. He's got a good idea of where these beasts are going. And from paying close attention to Scab, you can be motion sickness.
Sorry.
That's right. You notice that these beasts are moving east to west. Perhaps from the lower hills, moving up towards the upper hills. Make of that.
I'll pat Scab and say, "What is it, boy? What is it?
Yeah. I don't know what you're getting out of him.
Are you smelling some bamboozling again?"
Yes.
Oh.
Been bamboozled by something, but we don't know. However, as we progress along the road, I will take a D100 out of Chiavo.
D100.
Yar.
That is 39.
39, you do say. Ah, fantastic. You see a man headed down the path towards you. He has over his shoulder a fairly large slung bag. And as he reaches you, he gives a wave, and what ho, travellers? Headed up to Eladar.
Howdy there. Yes, we are. How about yourself?
Oh no, I am headed down towards Lorvalen to restock. However, I do have some things left to sell. I sell potions. Might I interest you?
Potions, you say?
Potions.
What kind of potions?
Potions here of healing. Potions that enable you to rest. Potions that take us to love. I have healing salves. Wondrous. Hurry up. I have potions of acid breath and potions of resistance. It was a very whispered going on there. It was beautiful, Rico. Yeah, that's what he has. Oh, sorry, he also has a potion of extreme alertness.
Potion of armor, you say?
I do.
And what, pray tell, does this potion do?
I do believe it armors one to hardy blows. You expect a fight.
Natasha leans over. Does it now?
Mechanically, I believe it sets your armor to base armor to.
That's amazing because mine is 12.
No,
I was gonna
base armor.
Oh.
Your current is 10, basically. But
Torin, may I speak with this man?
Certainly, Natasha. Like, as soon as he said potion of armor, Torin immediately thought of Natasha.
Yep.
For sure. So.
It's 4 copper pieces for a potion of armor.
And tell me, how does one go about making a potion of armor?
Wait, I can't tell you that. I merely purchase the potions and sell them on elsewhere. Not much of an alchemist.
Trade secrets, eh?
No, I merely am not an alchemist. Not all alchemists are willing to travel the wilderness. I am but a traveller and a merchant. I do sell other wares, but the other wares I sell I have already.
So, this is your last ware?
Yeah, I only have one of the potions of armor right now. As I
So
said,
in
I've
a
traveled
way-
back down to Lorvalen to restock.
So, are you perhaps trying to rid yourself of it, as it is your last...
That is the reason for the discount, sir.
Oh,
Ma'am, sorry.
a discount, you say?
Yes, if you were to try and purchase one of these up at Eladar, it'd cost you. He's already giving you 4 coppers.
4 copper seems quite reasonable, Natasha.
That is reasonable.
That is very reasonable, except I am poor.
Not to worry, not to
That's
worry.
impossible. No, you can't be that poor.
But, good sir, I would, in fact, like to make commerce with you today.
I like to
Does he
think that
have change?
Natasha. is more frugal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Change
she
for a
might be frugal,
Carnelian.
but she has money.
Yeah, she's been managing her parents' money since she was like 12.
She has some cash though. Not actually, bro.
Perhaps, good sir, we could have an exchange. You see, I am a cleric, and you are traveling weary paths. Would you accept 2 copper pieces and a bless?
I'm afraid a bless won't feed my family. Make it through the. Do so every week. But I
Not
appreciate
a bag of jelly beans, good sir.
I can tell you straight, he ain't gonna negotiate.
That would certainly feed your family, though.
They might, but not in the way you might hope.
Right.
Unfortunately, this is his last bit of stock.
All right. As he seems quite like unbudgeable, if that's even a word, Natasha will pay the. Was it 4 copper pieces?
4 copper pieces for the poke.
Do you happen to have change, good sir?
He does. Rummage through his pouch. And you see that he isn't actually carrying a whole lot of money. Whatever money he's made, he's either made it in something other than cash, or he's hiding his cash elsewhere. The potion of alertness is also 4 copper pieces. The resistance ones are 2 coppers. Acid breath is 4 coppers, and the healings have individual prices.
Sorry, those 4 again.
Oh. The alertness is 4 coppers.
Alertness.
The resistance potions are 2 coppers. The acid breath is 4 coppers. The healing potions have their individual prices depending.
If D&D Beyond will load, I want to look up the resistance real quick.
It does exactly what it says in the tin.
Resistance to some
you
sort
can buy a cold resistance, an acid resistance, a fire resistance, whichever you prefer.
Right, so
we do still have the manufactory potion pouches, though, right? Like, I don't think I've used any of them yet, so...
You're not particularly low on potions, it's just what we rolled. I think the
armor
potion
one,
of alertness is the only one that you don't have, apart from the armor one. Acid breath is... Anyway.
Acid breath sounds interesting.
Does it? Pretty breathe. Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something you really, really want to be able to do. You can breathe acid at people.
I thought our manufactory pouches were empty.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Or at least mine is.
Yeah, we got just empty things to hold potions we might later.
Oh.
I was pretty sure that you got an empty pouch each, but when you saved the guy, the manufactory, you guys rolled for potions. No?
Oh,
no, we each got one thing.
Actually,
some people
we didn't roll. We didn't roll.
There was like boots and cloaks, and I took a potion of weather resistance, but like that was an individual item that I chose.
You're right. Yeah, they're empty pouches.
No, I think I'll get my hands on a potion of healing if that's okay. Which potions are there?
Inferior, lesser, or regular.
Inferior is how much HP?
Probably like a 1.
It's a very it's a specific thought. I can't explain it. I would have to read you the entire text book. Just look it up.
Right. No, I gotcha. Right.
Yeah. Okay. There is so much detail in there.
So I did have a potion of healing,
a
manufactured potion of healing.
Manufactured potion of healing is completely different.
But I used it. We received one from.
Yeah.
I had received one.
Yeah, I think you got given them by Everon or possibly by Ogren.
Right.
Yes. So he has an inferior, a lesser, and he has 3 regular potions of healing. The regular potions of healing are 2 silver pieces each. The lessers are a silver piece, and the inferiors are 5 coppers. Healing potions are expensive, especially if they're not from the manufacturer.
Yeah,
Torrin will take 2. Torrin will take 2 lesser.
Okay. So that is a 1d4 plus 1. Yes.
1d4 plus 1. Jeez, that's a lot. And the standard you said was 2d4 plus 1?
Yeah. There's always the option of just saying no, by the way. This is permitted.
Yeah, I think I am going to pass on the potions. I've got 2 lessers on me, and I don't think getting a big one's going to be cost effective. I think I'll put it that way. Maybe a bulk move, but
I'll take a lesser just in case.
Okay.
Keep it in the back
That's a silver
pocket.
piece, please.
Done. Oh, whoops! I just added one.
Okay, cool. So as you wave on to this gentleman, fair travels to you. Make sure you stop by the markets in Eladar. Stick wares. Fair travels. As you
Good day to you, sir.
as you continue on up the hill, you'll be able to make your way to the Aladar outpost. What this consists of is a large set of iron doors built into the mountain. They are stunning to look at. They have various, what look to be huge gems, or perhaps, who might know? Maybe Hennick. I'd understand a little bit of craftsmanship here. Can I take a perception check, please? Perception or insight, whichever is better for you.
Insight is ridiculously better. So
Okay.
still comes to a 13.
Yeah, that's great. So you notice that these are pieces of glass that are cut in gem shapes with certain lighting behind them to make it look like they're gems of large sizes. But the doors have these wonderful 2 twin axes carved into the front in various precious metals. And then outside the doors are sort of wooden timber fences. So these are whole logs that are stood up and then like sort of pushed down into the ground. And these are used to build a large sort of surrounding area. And then there's an opening at the front. The opening's approximately 12 foot wide, so not like there's much of a struggle. There's no guards on the gate, but you do notice as you look in that there are market stalls all around to the left and right, and one permanent building outside. There's only one permanent building. It's a stone building, approximately 6 by 6 foot. Very small, enough to hold one person comfortably. Make that what you will, and welcome to the settlement of Eladar.
And this is not the scout post that's off to the...
No, this is...
Right.
Well, there is a scout post here, in that the scouts maintain correspondence here.
Sure, but like we were supposed to go a special like left fork or something to go to the scout
Yeah,
post.
so once you've left the Eladar settlement, that's when you'll be able to travel through the
cool.
mountains.
Cool.
It's your last place to supply, really, I guess.
Well, no disrespect to your hunting capabilities there, Torrin, but I think we might need to... Well, actually, I got a bit of preserved foods, but if there's any... preserved meats, but if there's any non-meat things to buy around here, I need to take a look.
No offense taken, Hennick. Variety is the spice of life.
Not only that, but you'll realize that the majority of these marketplaces are dominated by food sales.
Sure.
People selling live and dead animals, and cooked meats and uncooked meats. Vegetables, fruit, and the largest stalls are dedicated to people selling things like mushrooms and nuts. These appear to be foragers of sorts.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to head for some vegetables first, although not only, probably.
So as you head over, you see that all of these humans are quite tall and very well built. They all appear over 6 foot tall, some of them reaching as high as 7 or 7.5 feet. The majority of them are blonde, with very square set shoulders, and all of them bear the same mark on their left shoulder, which is a tattoo of what appears to be an elk. Perhaps it's a tribal mark of some sort.
Interesting.
Because you understand sort of people, you get the impression that these are perhaps one large barbarian tribe.
Right.
Nevertheless, the woman behind the counter of the vegetable store sort of greets you very cheerfully. And, well, hello there. What can I get you?
Whatever kind of vegetables you have you think will travel well up here in the mountains. It's not where I normally am, but we're going to be here, so I feel like you might have a better idea than I.
Good. We got marrows and squash and turnips, carrots. Battle music, apparently. Yes?
This is the encounter.
I don't think it is. She's selling vegetables. Calm down, woman.
If you buy the
I see
wrong
what I've done.
vegetable.
I see what I've done.
I don't like the look of that turnip.
Yeah, turnips, marrows, carrots, and onions, and squash. These are the vegetables she recommends carry the best. They're all rather solid on the outside, you know.
I will have some of each of those, please. I suppose, depending on your prices. Everybody, I have some money that I think was money that was given for all of us, so I think I can probably handle this depending on the prices. But
So it's
I
quite
will-
simply a copper shards for a fresh vegetables.
oh yeah, sure.
Oh.
So,
I think
I mean, assuming they'll stay fresh for a fairly long time.
she recommends that they'll stay fresh for about a week, which is about the estimation of how long it's going to take you to get down to
Right.
Sandringham. So,
Right.
sorry,
So
Sounds
I
fantastic.
shall take 3 doses of each of those for 15 copper shards.
sounds great.
Right.
Oh, you're
Oh,
traveling.
coppers, not copper. You said shards. I
Yeah,
thought.
copper shards. No, copper shards. That's what I meant. A copper and a half is what I meant.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Great, cool.
Yeah.
And she sort of looks you over and, hey, you're traveling through the mountains.
Yes, I think we mean to.
You might want to speak to Scout's outpost. And she gestures towards the one stone building. There's news on the road. You hear troubling things. I don't want to tell you troubling rumors without you getting your facts. Scouts will know the details.
Well, that's precisely what we're after, so thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, madam.
Got anybody else anything? My sister over there is selling mushrooms and nuts, if you like.
Nuts, you say?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it'll vary things up a little bit for us. Thank you. We'll head over there.
These might be a custom item, but I don't think I've...
That's
but
fine.
sure as hell, they're selling mushrooms and nuts. There's also a few other foraged items, pine cones, a couple of other bizarre sort of items, chestnuts, for example. Just various bits of forage.
I sort of turned back to everybody else, and without really the stall people hearing me, be like, I don't think I'm quite the cook enough to make much of those pine cones, but maybe some nuts and mushrooms.
The pine cones do
Ooh,
have a purpose, if you wish to inquire about.
Well, then maybe she overhears me.
Perhaps she does. Let's say she does, and she'll turn around and... Aye, the pine cones aren't for the human eatings. Nevertheless, you put them on your campfire at night. They give out quite a refreshing scent to humans, but can put quite a few animals off. Keeps the wild animals at bay overnight.
Well, now, see, that's it's having them mixed in here with the food that threw us off, but that sounds mighty useful.
Aye, they're just
I
things
think
that
we
get
should
from the
get our
forest.
hands on a few of those.
You know, these chestnuts here as well. Whilst
Yes, also.
they're pleasant to eat, they're also great for the smell, keeping others at bay. Cook them at...
I am quite fond of chestnuts. My mother used to roast them with her breath.
Oh. That's a change on the traditional open fire. I like it. Well, I tell you what, any travellers, whatever purchase you make today, I'll throw in a small bag of chestnuts.
Well, that sounds fabulous. What would you take for some of these nuts and mushrooms?
She'll do you a bag up for a copper, which will consist of
Fabulous.
various nuts and mushrooms. She's got a sort of they're forest nuts, I guess is the best way of putting them. They're of undefined nature, I think the best way
Sure.
of describing
Yeah.
it. And
Good old random nuts.
yeah, they're not, they're not quality, but most of them are monkey nuts. And yeah, she'll throw in a couple of pine cones and some mushrooms and some chestnuts. The mushrooms are quite incredible. They're hugely wide in their cap, and it droops down quite low. Excuse me, I've got the worst hiccups ever. Droop quite low. They look almost like a meat as opposed to a mushroom,
Ooh,
Really quite thick.
portobello burger.
Oh, no
Oh,
cashews.
fabulous. Just keep us nice and heartily fed up here in the cold. That's wonderful.
Hey, you're traveling through the mountains.
Well, as you say, there have been some disturbing rumors, and well, as you say, the facts are better, but we'd like to collect as much of that as we
This is
can.
different merchant here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Well, she's got
Yes,
completely different
we are
pieces of
doing
advice.
that.
She turns to you and, well, be that as they may, rumors are what they are. But the one thing about the mountains never changes. Cold up here, especially for you little folk. And You might want to check out over there. And he points out to a market stall quite the other side, which seems to be being run by a dwarf. Winter traveling gear's over there. You don't want to pass through the mountains without it. That's your hardier folk than you look.
This is what I like to see. Tradesmen, merchants, not in too strong a competition, knowing when they can recommend each other. So
there's no competition up here between the tribe of the elk. We keep each other alive.
It's an interesting arrangement.
Won't find anybody from the tribe of the elk selling winter clothing. We tend to stick to the vests. Such. You can see that all these women and men, they've got sort of just jerkins on, nothing else. Well, they do have some. But yeah, in general, they're dressed like it's the middle of summer. Whereas even the dwarf on the on the winter sales rack is cloaked. It's cold up here. Full disclosure, if you don't buy winter gear, you will be making con saves against the weather. So I do suggest winter traveling gear. Purchase.
Well, the shopping trip continues, folks.
Just to let you guys know what else is there so that you can make your way through, really. There is a general potions salesman who also sells ingredients to potions. So they're a sort of general apothecary. Expect the bare basics, but they are there. There is a dwarf outside selling a couple of pieces of weaponry and armor. But you get the impression that most of these are example pieces for the dwarves inside. You do see a gem salesman who seems to be trading in rare gems and unusual stones. And then there is a Fletcher selling arrows and crossbow bolts. The person selling winter travel gear. And somebody selling what seems to be general sort of adventuring knickknacks. Ropes and grappling hooks and mittens and sticks and all. So, what does our party?
Well, before we go any farther, perhaps we should see if this gem stall over here is purchasing in addition to selling. Maybe we can turn some of what we just found with the giant into coin.
Good shout.
All right, let's head on over there.
Okay. So when you get over, you see that it is another member of the tribe of the elk. Has a monocle which is sort of, at the moment, it is hanging off of the side of one eye, but clearly designed to move in front of his eye when necessary. Which has a second lens in front of it, like some sort of magnification system. Looks over at you. Good day. Might I help you?
Well, I hope so. I don't know if you're looking to purchase any gems.
I trade both ways.
Well, we managed to come across these here, and I'll show him the two carnelians.
Okay. He will give you 15 silver pieces each for those.
Anybody have any different special use for these in particular?
Don't believe so.
Usable as spellcasting.
Yeah, well, for all I knew, they were somebody's spell shit that I didn't know
Nope,
about.
I don't think so. They may be, but as yet they are not. In silver pieces each.
Oh, well,
you see Natasha go through her spell book real quick.
Definitely not yours, Natasha. I know that much.
If you don't mind
shit.
holding on for a second.
Well, I suppose that's not too bad a price.
Oh, good.
We did have to kill a giant to get them.
Be that as it may, these are not found by giants. They're mined here, in fact. The fact that you killed a giant for them tells me that the giant had probably ate somebody who was carrying them away.
Oh dear.
Seems
In fact,
like
by selling them to me, you could be doing yourself a favor. As no giant will want to eat you if you're not carrying a carnelian, right? He gives a very bright smile.
At least one giant's no longer around to eat you and your friends, but I suppose the 15 each will do.
He sort of looks at his well-muscled arms and just this giant's eating up. Good joke. But he will give you 30 pieces.
All right. Fabulous.
I would say he would give you 3 gold, but he won't because then nobody up here has a gold piece apart from the door.
Makes sense. All right. Well, pleasure doing business with you.
And you too, sir.
Any thoughts of where next, folks?
So the mountains are pretty cold. So yeah, I'm used to warm places, not cold. So
Don't look at all that
something
fur,
to-
though.
Yeah, yeah, it's still a bit nippy, you know.
All right, that's fair. I'm looking that way myself.
Let's get ourselves some winter clothes, some better protection from the elements up here.
Okay. So you're
Yeah,
heading
let's head
over
over
to the dwarf, yes?
Indeed.
So he's selling cloaks of various sizes, and these range from sort of designed for somebody who is only a foot tall to somebody who is 10 or 11 feet tall. And they are huge furs of various different beasts. Most of them seem some sort of bear skin. A few of them are wolf skin, smaller ones. They all hooded, clasped well across the front with a series of ropes intertwined. And he sort of greets you and, "Oh, you must be freezing."
Well, hopefully not for too long.
Oh, that's the idea. And he sort of gestures towards them, and for the majority of you, it'll be 6 coppers. But and then he gestures towards Torin and Chiavo. Perhaps a silver each for those two.
Such is.
Well, it sounds. I don't know if it sounds reasonable, quite frankly, but it sounds necessary. So, yeah, let's do that, and I can take it out of the money we've just exchanged, so no one worry about that. I'll mark them down. We got 3 of us,
silver, 8 copper.
6, and all right.
Yep, that sounds right. It's 5 of us here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he gestures towards the sort of snow boots that he's got that have little spikes on the bottom. Might you be wanting a pair of these fitted for you?
Well, given some of our struggles falling down a little pit of snow not too long ago, I think that sounds a mighty fine idea.
I'm not sure who here wears boots. Obviously, Natasha, you wear boots. Chiavo, are you a boot wearer?
No, but I mean, maybe I could get something that goes on the bottom of my feet, like strapped spikes or something.
He sort of looks at you with complete confusion. It's like, you've got
Yeah,
claws.
I know. It's
You've got claws. Cope.
Yeah, it will have to do. It will have to do.
Henrik, do you wear the boot?
I do.
Fantastic. These are only 2 coppers each. So Natasha, Henrik, Sebastian, do you wish for a pair of snow boots? No, little pads will have. I think we'll assume that Torin wears claws.
Right.
But we'll find out when we get. It's just the 2 of you. These do, however, give advantage on athletics checks made to avoid snow. Torin, do you wear shoes?
Yes,
Okay, great. 2 copper pieces for a pair of snowshoes,
absolutely.
which give you advantage on athletics checks made in the snow to avoid falling and slipping.
This stuff is all cheap enough. I'm just gonna. I'm writing everything out. I'll do the math on break, so you guys
Cool.
don't worry about paying for
Okay,
this
so
stuff
for
unless
now,
it's
we'll
something real
just,
personal.
Yep.
Yeah, like if you're like, oh, I want this special because I'm a
Like a
Patreon.
Warhammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did anybody wish to drop by the weapons? Yep, Natasha, was that a wave?
Yeah, it was. Will the weapon salesman also sell armor?
Yes. Sort of.
Yeah.
I'll have a word.
I'd like to join Natasha at the armor
Okay.
salesman.
So yeah, there's this is a dwarf. He is clearly a craftsman, and on the table he has a warhammer, an axe, and a wondrous set of plate mail, designed for a dwarf, in dwarf size. And he looks over to you and, good day. Looking to purchase what?
Yes, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll nudge Torin.
Yes, for my friend Natasha here. Perhaps something her size. After looking
you
at
speak
the.
to him, Torin.
Well, yeah, he is, but well, sorry, the dwarf sort of looks at you and, we could get something done. It'd take about a week.
A week, you say?
Looking
And
to
by
travel
something
on
done,
this immediately.
I fear we do have business to take care of in the mountains here.
We might have some pieces I can't.
Well, perhaps we can have a look.
Afraid that Beldania is currently not receiving visitors. Yourself? Or...
No, for my associate here, my good friend Natasha.
He comes over to Natasha and he sort of bows a couple of times and might I take
I
your
look down at
measurements?
him.
Might I take your measurements? He's not that short, he's 5 foot tall.
I'll look down at him because I'm
Yeah.
taller.
No, I know you'll be taller, but not like you know. And
Natasha's getting like a Dominatrix moment right now. Letter.
so he'll sort of, with his stick, just sort of take a few measurements. If you don't mind waiting about an hour, I'll come back and find you in the marketplace. In the meantime, feel free to, if you're traveling onwards, have a chat with the scouts post.
Aye, we will do that.
He will go and see what he has got.
In the meantime, though,
quick
I was just gonna
question, beforehand.
sorry.
Natasha, what exactly are you looking to procure, medium or heavy?
Anything above 12, please.
actually anything above 11, Natasha, because you have the one from your shield.
That is true. Anything above 11, actually. Thank you for reminding
He
me.
can provide a shield as well, a proper-sized, full-on shield, if that's something you're looking for. Either of
Is that something that? Yeah.
a proper, full-on metal tower shield.
That would be very lovely.
Okay. So, in terms of heavy armor, I'm drawing a 3 on the dice, so that's a nope. In terms of medium armor, I do have one piece that
Can I give you
may
guidance?
fit you. That is a wonderful thought. No. I think this is medium armor.
I'll take anything, sir.
So he
I'll
has
even
this
take
sort
a
of
chain.
he has this leather jerkin that is covered by overlapping scales of like round metal. This is scale mail. It's the best it's the only piece he has that will fit you, Natasha. He also brings up 2 tower shields. The tower shields are 8 silver pieces each. The scale mail is 5 gold.
I'll think about it. Thank you.
Does it look like he has anything cheaper, lighter, and smaller?
He's a metalsmith. He doesn't have leather. Sorry to disappoint.
Fine.
So Torin is interested in the shield,
Okay.
but
Yep, 8 silver pieces.
I'll lean over to Natasha and say, Natasha, I believe I could have something worked out for you once we've reached a city, Lovalen again. Perhaps we don't have to spend so much on this scale bale.
I think you see Natasha like looking over at the bracelet the queen gave her. And then this is gonna be a serious moment, James. Please give me the set. She'll look over at the bracelet and then look back up at Torin. It's okay. I can wait.
Trust me, Natasha. I will have something made for you. Perhaps I shall make it myself.
Perhaps we should find a job.
I completely agree. But
To look
first we must return to Sandringham.
She'll look over at Henrik as well. It is true we are always traveling, but money will run out eventually, and we're not making a lot of profit.
Well, I think maybe some of us need to just get a little better at some of our trades, and we can finish working on things for ourselves and maybe have a little extra to sell.
Henrik, there is only so much healing I can do.
I'm aware.
That
And
does
you're-
spark an idea. Although no. I don't want to charge people for my healing, so I'm limited to the art of just standing here while you all do your jobs.
I thought you, I thought I've seen you working on some sort of weaving or something like that.
Well, yes, I know the basics of weaving and cooking, but most of my learnings come from managing a business, and a cart isn't really a business to manage.
Well, it sounds like you're managing pretty well at the moment. Managing us in our business, telling us to get moving, and we need to make some money. That's a managerial task right there.
You
I
really
think
are
we're-
wise beyond your years, Henrik.
While you're waiting for the armor smith, is it fair to say that we probably popped to Chiavo? Are you interested in purchasing any ingredients?
Yeah, actually, that would be a good idea if there are any available
Okay,
here.
it's wild sage root, ephedra, emetic wax, and bloodgrass. So quite simply, the stamina and the
Yeah,
potions.
yeah. In that case, get my hands on some wild sage root and a fedra leaf.
Okay,
How much is
the sage
available?
root is a copper each. Sorry, no,
Okay.
the sage root is 2 copper each, and the ephedra is 1 copper each. As much as you want.
Then in that case, how about 10 of each?
Sure, absolutely fine. You can do the maths.
Yeah, that's
30
three
copper.
3 silver for
Yep, 30 copper pieces. Yep, that's fine. 3 silver. That's absolutely fine. He will sell you those. No problem. And then I think it's fair to say we probably need to head to the scouts outpost because this was not meant to be quite as long a section as it has been. So I'm going to sort of push us along a little bit. Did you buy the shield, Torin, for 8 silver? Yeah.
Yes, I did. How
That's a
much?
standard
How
plus
much?
2 cost.
Yeah. How much silver or how many? I have 1 gold and 1 silver, so I'm gonna need some change. Is it 10 to 1?
Yeah, so you just go down to 3
Okay.
silver.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep, so when you get to the scouts post, there's a man in there looks to be half elven. Oh, travellers, where have you come from?
Well, presently we're up from Lorvalen, but Sandringham originally.
So you've travelled up the mountains from Lovalon. Have you seen the passing orcs?
Well, we encountered a giant, but no, otherwise, and some wolves, I suppose. But
With orcs foraying into the mountains. Yuan-Ti coming from the west. Monsters are rife throughout the mountains. Had a stampede of orcs move east to west across the mountains. Be careful where you tread. In fact, we're due to have one of our scouts return tomorrow. I'll send him after you. Hopefully he'll catch you on the trail. Where are you headed?
well, we have been sent by Lord Lagan down in Lorvalen to sort of go on a circuit of some of the scout posts up along the spine of the mountains here. So the nearest one first, and then onward once we get some directions from there.
Excellent. And with that, he will hand you a sealed package. You two report to the Duke of Harbondon, I assume.
I believe at the end of the road, that is our
There's
final
2
stop.
copies of the orders in there. So he's given you 2 copies of the records that he's taken for the most recent reports. 1 to be given to Duke of Harbondon and 1 to be held for the Lord Lagon. Sort of nods to you and best you get them directly from the scouts' huts. Like you've travelled well, but can't help but notice you have a cart. Not going to pass through the mountain passes.
Well, we were assured otherwise by some sort of god or something, but that would be you, James, the GM. But
Yeah,
what do you suggest?
well, he sort of suggests you might take the cart up there on a regular day, but everything that's going on, I think, putting a kind animal in peril. We do have, as I say, a couple of scouts due back tomorrow. One of them will be making the journey to Harbondon, down by safer lands. He's escorting a group of carpenters to Sandringham from Eladar.
Well, that's good to hear.
My Lord Lagon's rules. Perhaps one of them might leave the cart in Harbondon for you. Or in Sandringham, perhaps.
Well, I suppose if we have no other choice.
Well, I mean, you can take the cart up there, but as I said, a good animal you may be putting in danger.
Yeah, it's been trouble enough already. I wouldn't want to see anything happen to old Black Radish here. Going to be an awful number of things that we can't carry.
Indeed, it's
That
always
I
a puzzle.
certainly can't carry.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much stuff you will be able to carry elsewhere, but I just... Looking at some of the encounters, I just thought I'm not really sure I can validate
No,
putting
it's
a cart through there.
understandable. That's why I asked before we ever came up here, because I
Yeah.
assumed it would be a problem. But
I hadn't thought it through.
I'm going to first of all speak to Black Radish, not with any magical speaking, but just talk to him and see if I can kind of tell at all whether he wants to stay in Sandringham with the rebuilding efforts or whether he wants to wait in Harbonne to see us sooner.
You get the impression he doesn't want to be parted from you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Black Radish. This is, I'm not sure all of us even want to be up here in the mountains. And, well, you'll be parted from us if something takes you or if something takes us because we're worried about you. I think you need to head back down to the flatlands where you belong on the farm fields and such. Proper roads. But we'll be all right. And you'll be all right. We'll just be going 10 feet per round because we're carrying too damn much. That's all.
Well, what I'm going to say for this is that if you want to just mechanically just leave it as it is, as long as you're not pulling ridiculous amounts of stuff out of the cart, I think.
Yeah, I'll sort of look and fiddle with it and think about it here in a bit.
Yeah,
because I've got like a ton of shit and some of it's not even mine necessarily, so like I'll just have to fiddle with it. But I can't. I don't want.
Like, I know you've got like a shovel and some feed.
Yeah, let's see here.
In the cart, we're saying?
Yeah.
Where's my cart start? Well, like I don't even. Some of it is mostly mine. I mean, like I'm not even going to be able to carry my bedroll and stuff like that. So my cook stuff is very heavy, but we have to have me cooking. And then you don't have weights on all the food, so I've been faking that because it's in a cart. But if it's like I'm carrying 2 weeks worth of vegetables and things, like it's going to be trouble.
What I was saying is that perhaps distributed evenly between the whole party, we might be able to carry enough food for a week, leave the rest in the cart, pick it up at the other end. You know, the pots, the cook's utensils, we can, you know, Chiavo's a big person, Torin's quite big. They should be able to lob some stuff on them without too much worry.
Well,
I know by logic and by encumbrance it's pretty tough. But I'm just going to sort of turn a blind eye to it for this little section, because realistically it's going to be one session.
We're going to be trekking slowly through mountains anyway, right?
I don't want to move everything to then move it back.
Natasha smiles as she's 1 pound away from being encumbered.
I think most of you are. The very
that's what happens with a 6 strength.
Yeah, the very encumbered rules are pretty harsh, especially when none of you brought over 10 strength.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of just making it through the mountains, I'm just going to sort of turn a blind eye to it and go, if you need something that's on the cart, just you'll say you traveled it with you, and if you don't, then you...
Cool.
The main reason for this is that I don't want to put our lovely friend the donkey in peril, and I still want to run the encounter. So we'll sort of leave it at that one. Is there anything else we want to do in preparation before our journey? We will take the cart to Harbonne.
What time of day is it?
Right now, at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so still plenty of time in the day.
Well, yes, except it's approximately 8 hours travel to the outside pub.
Yeah. So we should be able to get there by sunset or so, roughly.
Yeah, that's the aim. At the moment... go on, carry on.
I know, I was just saying, I don't think there's anything that I can think of or visualise in my head that I would need to do to prepare further. Not
There's
sure
nothing
for anyone
I've
else,
considered,
but
so
yeah,
you should be all right. There is one thing that I'm sort of curious about, though. These barbarians, they're too respectful to show any sort of views that might be inappropriate. But Sebastian, as you're up here, sort of area, you will notice the odd person sort of lingering stares. Is Sebastian used to this, or does he sort of respond to each stare still quite?
I mean, he's used to it. He doesn't really respond unless it's at least it's brought to him.
Yeah, no, these are definitely people trying to be polite. They're trying not to stare, but you can see that they're also going like, get on there. You know?
And they're all barbarians with the same tattoo, so who the fuck are they?
Fair enough. So, without further ado, I think we may begin our travels through the mountains. as we get back on the road, I will ask Torin for a survival check, and Kiavo for an intelligence. I don't know why I gave you a wisdom check to read the map earlier. I did mean intelligence.
Oh,
That'll be a 7 for him.
Mel?
yeah, 13.
Okay. So, Torin, you struggle at first with working out exactly which path is worth taking. You can't really tell any differentiation between the two paths that lead up to the northwest where you need to be. One of them looks like a slightly narrower pass and a bit straighter, but it's also a bit flatter. One of them is a slightly wider pass, but it looks to be, quite steep rise up, and quite rocky. Which one would you like?
So Torin would probably like to take the longer path, just because it seems to pose more of a challenge. But considering his companions, he'd probably take what appears to be the simpler path and do
The narrow, flatter path.
Yes.
As you guys make your way down onto this narrow, flatter path, there's a sound on the wind. It's constant once you start getting passes. It's like somewhere between a whistling and a singing. Almost a shrieking sound as the wind passes through these sort of narrow passageways between the mountains. Can I have a perception check from the two cats?
That's 12.
It's a 3.
Over 3. Okay, cool. Yeah. So although the winds seem to carry with them sounds of various beasts and monsters, you can't necessarily pick out anything individually. A particular beast.
Okay.
As we move on through this narrower path, Torrent, boldness check as you survival check as you see various tracks.
That's more like it. How about a 17?
Yeah. It appears that almost every small animal that's moved along this path, you identify a couple as foxes, goats, perhaps even a couple of wolves. They all seem to be traveling in one direction. Same direction.
Okay. Probably a little weary, but I mean, considering they're just some small fauna, I'm not that worried. Again, Torrance was hard enough to.
No.
But yeah,
that's fair.
to consider anything else, basically.
As you go further along the pass, you see that the mountainside sort of begins to overcrop where you are. And after another hour or so of travel, it's now approximately 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a sort of, I wouldn't go as far to call it a cave, we'll call it an alcove, I guess. There's a small bit of the mountain that just goes inwards into the mountain that's overhanging, giving you enough space to perhaps take a little bit of a rest and perhaps have some lunch before heading out back onto the road. One thing you have noticed, Torin, is the severe lack of wild animals. Whereas normally on these paths, you would at least see the odd creature.
Whirl or something, yeah.
Yeah, because we stopped for lunch. Particular for lunch?
Well, I think I don't know how to cook mushrooms. I've never eaten mushrooms. Like, these mushrooms seemed really interesting, but I don't know what you do with a mushroom.
Perhaps an experiment is in order.
Yeah. I'll look into that. Why don't we have just a very simple vegetable only boil up?
Okay.
With some onions and turnips and carrots.
So, as you manage to have this hearty meal, I'll take a cooking check, please.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say, Torn also probably relay, like, Just be like, isn't it strange that we haven't seen a single animal for hours almost?
That is unusual.
Sebastian will just like meet Torrin's gaze and then just like gesture towards Kiavo.
Oh, Sebastian. I'll give him like a little poke.
Sorry,
Well,
what was the cooking check?
Yeah, so I just say, well, so much the better. I haven't put any meat in this if we're not going to be encountering any. But hopefully it's pretty hearty. It's a 16 worth of vegetable stew.
Nice. Can I have a d6, please?
Sure.
Goddamn.
No.
That's a 6.
Fantastic. That is 8 points of max HP.
Ooh.
Nice.
Go.
So, as you then make your way back onto this narrow pass, it isn't long before the path begins to widen out and move upwards. Correct. Dear of the... wrong one. No,
saw nothing.
okay, never mind. That's not quite yet. Not quite yet. As you come out the cave, that's the bit. As you come out the cave, there is a gentleman standing outside, waiting for you. And he crouches a little low on the ground outside. He has an arrow in his bow, and as you come out, he sort of... After a little while, lowers it again. Was sent by Lord Lagon, is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
That
And
is
to
correct.
guide you, my name's Fendus.
Tremendous.
There is a lot of trouble afoot in the mountain. Orc forays and a couple of pitched battles between hunting orcs up in the mountain. It's causing abundance of normal monsters of the mountains that close themselves. Back for 2. The way that a elf do across. You did well in choosing your path. Glad you didn't stampedable. And stampede causing avalanche. In case of an avalanche, the best thing you can fight it. Trust them. Not as quickly. Notice you got a couple of little folk with you. Bit of looks over to Hennick and Sebastian. You travelled through the mountains before.
Can't say I rightly have.
There is a trick to it. Who knows? Perhaps gestures towards Sebastian, perhaps you might find it the easiest. You never put any of your weight on any single part of your foot, but instead try and spread your weight across and tread lightly upon the top of this. Go, and then gestures towards Torin and Kiavo. It's not always possible for everyone. 2 of you attempt to move a little, observing the snow. At which point, Sebastian and Hennick, if you wish to attempt it.
Yeah, why not?
Sebastian's just kind of looking at him as if to say, "You realize I'm a cat, right?"
I was gonna say, like, I'm a cat.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to have natural cat instincts for walking on snow, having never walked on snow as a cat before. I will take the
I don't know what I did in the weeks before the campaign started.
I don't think it was snow dancing. Can I have your acrobatics check, please? Hennick, as you listen quite carefully to what he's saying, you do sort of move slowly and agilely, sort of almost sideways in a sort of crab walk. And you are... Yeah.
That's a 25.
Right. Sebastian, you pick this up pretty easily. You two may do what they call the walk of the elves. So, when it comes to any acrobatics checks to avoid being knocked prone in the snow, you may roll at advantage. So, You're hoping to make Scout Post 1 by nightfall. Guide you along the path. Till you come to an area where there is a bridge. Across huge. This bridge is made of wood, but it's quite wide set. Almost 6 feet in width. And the wood slats are quite thick and well roped. You can tell it's a sturdy piece of work. In fact, Chiavo, can I take a Arcana?
That is an astonishing 8.
In fact, there's something magic about it that you can't tell. So, as you arrive here, he sort of again motions to Thorin, you can give me a survival check. Bruno, can I also have a survival check?
19 for Torin.
15 for Fendus.
Okay. In that case, you will manage to avoid being surprised. But that's about it. A monster sort of rears out from the snow. And you immediately recognize this to be a Yeti. I will need you all to roll the initiative.
Keep your wits about you, mates.
Ah, so this was the thing I sensed, huh?
No. But, oh, when did you send something? Where? What?
With the Arcana, it was like I could tell there was something magical, but I couldn't tell what it was.
No, you were trying to work out how the bridge got built.
Oh, okay.
Nothing to do with
Got
anything
you.
else. Natasha, your initiative hasn't come through. Roll it on D&D Beyond.
Yep, so Fendus got a 7 and Natasha got a 13.
Really sorry, but his initiative has worked because I set this up for Drasnor Keep and starting this
Okay.
Give me a second as we click that. If you can either tell me your initiative or just roll it again. I know Natasha and Fendus just said 7, yeah?
So Fendus got a 7, Natasha got 13.
Sebastian with a 22, Kiava with an 18. Henrik, what did you get?
7 also.
Thorin?
19.
Cool. As the monster rears up, Fendus turns to you all and... Be careful, these monsters never fight alone. Sebastian, you're up. So, just to clarify, Fendus is suggesting that you sort of fight and move simultaneously. But it's up to you.
Okay.
Also, we came from the north, or we're heading north?
You're
on the
heading
map?
north. You need to cross
Okay.
the bridge. You haven't crossed the bridge.
Got you. Got you.
Okay. I need to roll. Not quite sure how this helps. But
This is always exciting.
so, as usual, Sebastian's eyes roll to the back of his head and go black, and his very little body levitates off the floor. And then the Yeti's body also levitates.
He will need to make a save for that.
Yes.
All right.
I have no idea. Let me quickly Google the spell.
I'm 99% sure it's a con. It is a 6 though, so it doesn't really matter.
Yes.
Whatever it is, a 3 on the dice ain't gonna cut it. Okay.
Yeah, no, so he's up 20 foot.
You can control it, I believe.
Yeah, and then on my subsequent turns, I can choose if he
Okay.
goes further up or...
Please bear in mind you
Oh,
will have to
can I-
maintain concentration on this.
Yeah, could I levitate him and then drop him down the cliff? Okay.
No, you can't move it left and right. Only move it up
You-
and down.
Oh, man.
However, you can levitate him and then drop him, and he'll take bludgeoning damage from a fall. It's a d6
Yeah.
per 10 feet.
Yeah.
Already
But
2d6.
How far away is he from the cliff? 10
10
feet?
15, yeah.
If you guys like hit him in that direction, he will move that way.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
he can be pulled and pushed in that direction. Okay.
Yeah.
I do believe we also have
yeah.
somebody capable of moving things.
Do they make another con save at the end of their turn?
1 sec. I will check. I believe so. But let me just.
I don't think it matters actually for this turn.
No, they don't.
Oh, I didn't think they did.
They're just stuck.
Okay, I need Torin to make a con save, please. He
Cons.
turns to you and pierces you with.
That's a nat
Yeah,
20.
and you just sort of look at him and like. Torin, you're up.
So he is up 20 feet?
Yep.
So Torin, first of all, is amazed that this Yeti is fucking floating in the middle of the air. And not sure what to do. He will take a few steps forward, maybe 10 feet or so.
Okay,
And,
bear with me there. As that will be a 24 to hit you.
Oh, that does
Oh,
hit
my
me.
word.
That is 10
Even with my
slashing
brand new
damage.
shield.
As E2 pops up out of the snow as you move past
Son of a.
him. Hit you with it. As you move past. As he pops up, do you wish to turn back and attack him, who is on the ground?
I certainly do.
Yeah, I thought you might.
And E2 is also a Yeti.
Yes. These Yetis are pretty perfectly disguised. You may attempt on your turn to take an action to perceive any others that are hiding, but it is an action.
Well, for now, I think I will
Action.
have a whack at this Yeti because Torin is not too happy that. And that'll be a natural 20.
Perfect.
Oof.
2 nat 20s in a row? Was.
2 nat 20s
Dice.
in a row.
Alright, fancy pants.
I'd been rolling 3s and 5s before this, so I was hoping that something was going to give. And I think I will pop a smite into this
I
one
thought
as well.
you might on a nat 20.
So I do. The smite does crit, right?
Every dice you damage with this turn will crit.
So then the smite will be 4d8.
That's
Yep.
if you're using a level 1
Holy
spell, yep. 68 on level 2.
Shit, man. Okay, well, here's the standard piercing damage.
14 piercing damage.
14, and then another.
But this should be a great indicator of whether you should be fighting this on. You
Yeah.
need to roll that twice.
Oh
Didn't-
shit! I thought I hit 4. My bad.
Good.
Nice.
30 damage in total.
And and just for kicks, I'm gonna re-roll the 2 on the initial
Yep.
weapon hit, and it'll be an 8. So it'll be in fact
He's 6 down.
36 damage.
Okay, worryingly for you guys, that is it is still alive. So that tells you sort of how tough these are. But it
Did
does
they
look
appear
very
wounded, though?
It does look wounded, very wounded, but it isn't dead.
Okay.
Make of that what you will.
And also, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, did you have any bonus action?
I didn't have a bonus action, but I'd like to take a bit more movement and I'm going to stay within E2's reach, but maybe back towards.
Well, you've already taken the opportunity attack from me too, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, true.
So if you want to move further, you can. See if you can find any others to step on.
Oh no.
No. I think I'll stay engaged with E2 just in case he decides to lunge at someone else.
It's hard to do this. I don't know when. Okay, Tiago, you're up.
I shall.
Oh, sorry. Before the end of my turn, I mean, I think it goes without saying, but Torin will scream back, "'Tis an ambush!
Oh yeah, I figured you'd already
We've
done
been
that. bit.
bamboozled again!"
God damn it, he's
Diablo.
bamboozling and. Witch bolt on E2. 22.
You want to witch bolt the one that's nearly dead, sir?
It's not nearly dead, is it? It's
It's
just
severely
wounded, yes.
wounded.
Severely wounded. Yeah, well, we need to get this fucker out. It's just
Okay.
level 1 witch bolt, so,
Okay.
you know, no big deal. That's a 22 hit.
That'll hit.
And that's 4 lightning damage.
Yeah, it's still alive. Even really. Because you don't did anything to it. Okay. Any bonus action?
No, I'll just hold any bonuses and
Okay.
stuff.
E2 will take a double slash for him. That's a 13 to hit.
Miss. As
That's a
Torn
24 to
lifts
hit.
up his new shield and gets whacked by the second hit, obviously.
5 slashing. Cold. Natasha, you're up.
Can I make a nature check to see what kind of creatures these are, if they have any resistances, any way to defeat them?
Yeah, I think Torin has already sort of announced that they are Yetis. And I'm not really going to ask for a nature's check. They're covered in snow. You can assume they're not bothered by the cold.
So as Bruno, I know that we need to damage them with fire so they don't regen HP. Natasha doesn't know that.
That is not the case.
Oh, you just gave me that for free. So
It's just
these are
incorrect.
normal Yetis.
They don't regen anything or do anything specific or anything interesting. You can nature check as much as you like, but so far the only thing you know is that they don't get bothered by the cold. And they're sneaky little bitches.
So let's pretend Natasha assumes that because if they're not bothered by the cold, use fire against them.
Mhm.
It will be our best option.
Oh.
And
Or it's just shaking his head going, it's a Yeti, mate. I don't give a damn.
Oh, I'm taking Natasha's
Yeah.
advice
Okay.
hard for sure.
Natasha doesn't have any fire, unfortunately, at this moment in time. So I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast a healing word on Torin
Okay.
as my bonus action
Mm-hmm.
for a total of 8 HP.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'm going to go up to the Yeti next to Torin and I'm going to try the shove action to push him. Actually, I'm going to go diagonal, so right in front of F.
Yep.
So I can push him diagonally.
Okay. I actually know what the rules are for that.
So
It's a strength save, I think.
yeah,
Against-
using the attack
against-
action, I will make a special melee attack to shove it, and then they will roll either athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, that's right.
I need the whole description. The whole description.
All right,
Where the fuck is... Come on, give me the shove action.
I
You
put it
have-
in.
There we go, thank you. No more than one size larger than...
Yeah. Okay. So
That's the defining bit I needed. Because dudes are big.
would a 15 hit them?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
15 will hit.
So now it's, and this is where it might get complicated. I rolled a 16 on my strength.
Rolled a 6.
Okay, so he's pushed 5 feet away.
Okay.
Diagonally.
It's gonna take a while to get him over the edge, but
Oh,
Yep.
we'll get him.
start. Yeah.
Yep. So he'd be, yeah. Okay. That's my
Uh,
turn.
Cool. Fendus sort of we get to Fendus's turn, and just before I'm going to ask Bruno what he does, he will turn to the whole group, and we should really get on the move. There'll be more of them coming. Yeah, I'm not sure you rolled a hit either. I think it's just an athletics check, like a grapple. Just means you get to do it more than once if you have multiple attacks.
Okay. So
I don't get the opportunity attack on that, do I?
no, because he was shoved.
Yeah. Okay.
So Fendus is going to use a bonus action to enchant his arrow with impact arrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's slot. And then he's going to roll to hit with his elven longbow. Oof. 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so that does
Sorry,
9.
the one thing I don't know is which one you're trying to hit.
Sorry, E2, the one Natasha shot. So E2, 9 piercing damage.
Oh, okay, it's dead.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yep, that is enough, and it takes him sort of through the throat. Carry on.
His arrow. Just to check, do Rangers have multi-attack?
Yep, he has 2 attacks.
Okay, so he's going to shoot the other one with a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, that is 9 piercing damage, and I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, there's 14.
14, yeah. 14 piercing damage.
Con save
Against the DC 14.
is a 15, I'm afraid.
And that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Hennick.
All right. I am going to do. What am I going to do? I'm going to go over to the beginning of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm slow. I need to start moving.
Yeah, sorry that these squares are so difficult to see, but
That's okay. It's okay. And yeah, I guess we don't know when this dude is coming back down to the ground.
no, you don't.
How long does the levitate last, Josh? A minute.
10
That's
minutes, I think, actually.
that's
Josh,
even longer.
hello? How long does levitate last?
Oh, let's find out, shall we? It lasts up to 10 minutes.
Holy shit! This guy's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. I'm very slow. I'm going to use my bonus action shove to push him 5 feet away from me. So he'll just get slightly farther away. Presumably he can't really make his strength save if he's floating.
You're shoving the floating guy?
Yeah, he's the only one, right?
Yeah. Moves slowly, but keeps drifting 20 feet.
Oh, delightful. But that's my bonus. I'm just going to use my action to dash and go across the bridge.
Okay. Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, maybe I'll be in trouble over there. Who knows? It seems like what I would do.
$25 right, I think. Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong... The boss over there, apparently. There we go. As you begin to cross the bridge, one of these Yetis sort of springs out of the snow in front of you.
Exciting. I can't do anything about it right now.
No, you can't, but he can. And he will leap over here, and then he will stare at you. I need you to make a con save, please.
Sure. Let's see here. 17.
Okay, you're fine. And then he
Awesome.
will make his attack on the bridge. And at this point, E4 will erupt out the ground. A natural 20 to hit our friend Fendus.
Ah, shit.
Oh no.
Is 12 slashing damage and 6 cold damage.
The 6 is halved because he's got resistance.
Yes, yeah. You have cold resistance. And then his second slash. Sebastian, you're up.
Okay.
At
Hold
this
on.
point, you can now see Hennick is crossing the bridge. There is a Yeti at the other end making attacks on the bridge. You know you must cross this bridge.
Okay, and levitate stopped.
Why?
I mean, well, I'm assuming he's out of range now. Of
Does
me.
it say anything to do with that?
I would say it probably still affects.
Yeah, I think so.
You can maintain concentration from
Closing and
as far away as
opening.
you want. No, you
Hold
can
on.
maintain concentration from as far away as you want on any spell like that. Unless it specifically states if you move out of range. So maybe I should just read.
I would think that the range only accounts for the casting of the spell, but like
Yeah,
the effect of levitate probably.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't say. So sure. I will keep him afloat. And I guess I'll start moving towards the bridge if we need to cross it before E3 breaks it. So I will use my movement speed to get over to go on the bridge. And then I guess I'll try killing E3. I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not going to use your action to raise E1 any higher or lower. You're just going to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him.
Yep.
Panicking. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna minor attacks him. That will miss.
I don't know. You tell me. What was the damage?
And it's not gonna hit.
No, but it's still nice to know what you're.
Yeah. No. I'll try some of those pretty little colors and it'll just fizzle.
Okay. Brings us to E1, who is. Can he really not just jump off it? Yeah, okay. Well, that's the end of his turn. Can't do anything from over there. Bye. Torin, you're up.
I just wanted to mention I looked up levitate 5e on Google, and the first option comes levitate 5e overpowered.
Oh, that's good. Person that came up for me with the Dua Lipa song. So, each to their own. Yeah.
So Torin, at this point, I think he will. I mean, Fendus seems a little capable. So he is going to use his action to see if there are any more of these bastards. No?
Gathered by the fact that it's done again.
Nice. Nice. In that case, I will probably move up.
You can move on to the bridge with Sebastian.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Did I give Fendus scimitars? Tasha?
Oh, actually, yeah, maybe that'll dictate what I do.
You gave him
You should have 2 Moontouch scimitars.
2 scimitars.
Yeah, great. Okay, that's fine. Just double checking. He has melee weapons. Okay, great. No bonus action from you, Torin?
Well, as I was gonna say, just as I walk by Natasha, I'll sort of pat her on the shoulder and say, "You take care of Fendus. I'll watch over the little people."
Sounds like a plan, Torin.
Kiavo, you're up.
Okay. Right. I kind of can't do anything about E3, so I'm gonna have to try for E4. Wiggle myself down a little bit, so I'm not gonna be hitting Fendus with anything. If that's okay.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. You're going the opposite way to everybody else in your party, but that's fine. Carry on.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I can't run upwards at the minute and hit E3, so I'm just going to hit E4 instead. And yeah, let's go for a Scorcher, shall we? Dex save, DC 14. Sorry?
16.
Okay, well, that's a save, so it will only be half damage. That's 16 fire damage, unhalved.
Okay. Seems vaguely annoyed.
Okay. And then I'll use the remaining movement speed to run up close towards the bridge.
Okay. How does that conclude your turn?
That shall conclude my turn, yeah.
Okay, Natasha, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to cast Bless on Fendus, on Kiavo, and Torin. As my action.
Yep.
And then
Music's down to let you.
yeah, no, thank you. Spotify, what the music player is a paid actor. As a bonus action, I'm going to stand besides Kiavo. I'm sorry, as my movement action, not as a bonus action.
Yep.
And that will be my turn for.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to use my bonus action to harness divine power. No, leave it. That's my turn.
Cool. Fenders.
Fenris is going to use. Indeed, he's going to use his Moontouch scimitars. Just need to check something quickly. So I'm gonna bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on E4.
Yep.
So yeah, let's roll to hit with the Moontouch scimitar. So that's a 24 on the first one.
Okay. Are you marking these or?
Yeah, it is Hunter's Mark.
No, I mean the favorite foe mark.
The what? Sorry.
There's a favorite foe thing on D6. First hit.
Oh. Did not see that. I missed that
So
completely.
one
I was fully
D6,
focused on the
boom.
spells.
That's alright. Yeah, so that's 2 hits. Yeah, roll damage for both plus 2 D6s plus another D6. Those two.
Okay, so 10 damage.
Yep. And
Plus
3d6.
6 damage. Plus 12 damage.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I totally missed the favorite
That's
foe.
right, yeah,
Didn't even
it's-
occur to me.
That's what I meant
I
with
was-
the Tasha's rules. They're different.
I was so focused on the spells, I didn't even. Yeah, so yeah,
One
that's
person.
28 damage in total.
Nice.
What a boss, this guy.
Okay. Yeah, cool. E4 looks wounded. Any movement for Fendus, or is he staying in melee range?
He is staying in melee range, I'm afraid.
That's alright. Henrik, you're up.
All right. I'm going to look at this one that tried to stare me down and is fighting the bridge. And I'm going to say, you know, your friends are still on the other side of this hole. You might not want to attack the bridge yet, T. And hoping that the Yeti sense of humor is very undeveloped, I'm going to hideous laughter him. So that is a wisdom saving throw, please.
4.
Awesome. I don't even have to silvery barbs him to make him fail.
He thinks that's utterly hilarious.
All right, so he is incapacitated, I believe, is the terminology there.
Yeah, and as he's unable to take reactions, do you want to walk the rest of the way across?
I will also want to shove him 5 feet out of the way first.
Okay. Yeah, he's unable to beat at that. So just 5 feet backwards.
Yeah, and then I'll get over to wherever I can.
And sorry, I did ask you this last turn, but I've forgotten. 25?
Yes.
Okay, at the end of the bridge, do you want to go left, right, or just straight forwards?
I would like to go
Or 10
to
foot
the right.
left? Okay, beautiful. Cool. Does that
That's me.
conclude your turn?
It does indeed.
And he makes a wisdom save at the end of his turn?
That is correct. And when he takes damage.
8. E4, sensing that people are about to go across the bridge, is going to leap out of Fendus's range.
Is this a new turn, by the way? Or is this the same turn? If it's a new... He rolled in that 20, by the way.
If it's top of the stack,
Yeah, if it's the top of the stack, favorite foe, and
like resets.
Hunter's Mark would reset.
This is the last initiative of the round.
Okay.
But Hunter's Mark you can still hit him with.
That's a 17 damage.
Did you include the double Hunter's Mark damage? Because that's whenever he hits him.
Okay.
Just-
We'll do it now. So that's 17 plus 11.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Perfect. Okay. He is dead.
Nice.
Fine.
Yes.
Okay, and we rise to the top of the initiative again. Lucky you have got some friends. You see 4 creatures on the right hand. Remember those stampeding orcs we kept talking about? They're coming. And they are
Yeah.
stampeding what appears to be from here up to the up that way. Make of that what you will. And that brings us to E1. He's having a jolly good time.
Wait, sorry,
over
what
there.
up? What way? Up to the top of the pass?
They're moving northwest.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, I was just on the
Torrin, you're
stream
up.
thing, not the Discord one, so I couldn't see your mouse.
Okay, Turin, you're up.
Ooh. Okay.
You can step over.
Can Torrin-
Sebastian.
I feel awful stepping over Sebastian. Let's say
I
I
wouldn't
step
rule it as
aside.
that because remember every turn's at the same time. I'm assuming that
Yeah,
Torrin he will also move over.
I
Yeah,
have a,
exactly.
I have a race thing where I can walk in between people's legs that are larger than
perfect.
me, so
You'll just be able to step over him, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm also like 8 feet tall.
30
Almost.
foot movement speed across the
Can
board.
I make it? I have 35 actually.
35, yeah, you can not only make it, but then make 5 foot movement speed in any direction you wish.
So I will definitely take a step to the right
Okay.
to back up my boy, Hennick. And I will also, I suppose, yes. Uh, 22.
Okay, you do notice there is a creature that is attempting to camouflage itself. That appears very large
Up there.
It is a yeti, but it is a lot bigger than the other yetis.
The Mama Yeti. basically.
It is big Mama Yeti. It is looking like that.
Holy hell.
Oh shit, okay.
Um,
Let's just let
for
Stampede
reference,
do its thing.
These yetis were 10 foot tall, and that one is 28 foot tall.
Hey.
Shit.
Otherwise known as 9 Hennix, I think, is how we can measure it. Sorry.
Also, I guess we
Torrin,
could say it's known as Big Chungus.
action bonus action.
So action, I suppose actually, I would take like when I reached the E3, I was just gonna try to end him. I don't know that. Like, can
Okay.
I just like coup de grace him, or
I mean,
considering that he's incapacitated, do I have to
he's
hit him?
incapacitated. You will have to. You roll with advantage, and then if you hit, it's a crit, right? Is he paralyzed or incapacitated? I don't know.
It's just incapacitated. It just technically means he can't take actions and reactions.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, he's also,
He's also
I think he's also
prone, right?
prone.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you
yes.
will attack with advantage.
Okay.
But yeah, if you leave him alone, he doesn't get to. Well, he'll still get to make the saving throw again on his turn, but damaging causes it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
if you
absolutely.
hit him, he'll make the saving throw again. But
Which is not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
I think that.
oh, bish bash
Thorn will
bosh.
probably- Yeah, that should hit 21.
Mhm.
And we're
He's got a
going
4 on his wisdom save.
Nice. Let's do 12 damage. And then I will end my turn. Yes.
Yeah, cool.
That's what
Kiabo. Ooh, wait a second, hold on. Yeah, cool. Kiabo.
Okay, can I run over to the end of the bridge?
No.
With my 35.
You can run across it somewhat.
Yeah, how far can I get with my 35?
There.
Okay,
Over the gap.
right. Can I use my action to look around and see if there are any other creatures in the snow?
Mm-hmm. Go
Right.
ahead and give me a perception check.
It's 15.
Not that you can see.
Right, okay. For the time being, I guess that is all.
Okay. Chiavo and Sebastian, I need a dex save, please. As a huge boulder is thrown down at you.
Oh, fantastic, that's an 18.
And Sebastian?
Yes,
Dex save, please.
if I have to.
Please do.
Prefer
A
not
large rock is being thrown down at the bridge.
to. Oh, does that count as a projectile?
Yes.
Then I would like to use my reaction to cast Deflect Projectile.
Okay.
So what was the roll that I need to...
It's not technically a roll, but give me your roll for Dex. Let's see
Okay.
whether you can angle it so it doesn't hit the bridge. Doing it with magic.
Do I have any pluses to this? No, it's just a
It's
straight
just a
roll.
Dex check. It's a Dex check.
Okay, yeah, that's a 17.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah, perfect. You're able to deflect it off, and the bridge will not even take any damage. Isn't that exciting?
Ooh,
Just call
Nice,
me
that was-
Dean Grey.
However,
that was kind of badass.
I still need your Dex save. Both of you.
I
Yeah,
can't
that's
use
19.
that one.
You got an 18, Kiavo, and Sebastian?
I can't remember what I just...
No, your 17 was
17.
to deflect it. I need another Dex save. An actual
Oh,
Dex
man.
save, please.
Come on, give me a break.
I've asked for one
That's
Dex save.
another 17.
Great.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so both of you take half of 13 bludgeoning damage, so you take 6 bludgeoning damage, as the rock will clip you on its way down.
It will come off of my arcane ward.
Okay. Cool. Kiavo, you're up. No, Kiavo, you just had a turn. Fuck off.
Yeah, I've just had a
Natasha,
turn,
you're
yeah. Yeah, go someone else.
Okay, could I please get a quick rundown of how everyone looks?
up. Kiavo is looking minorly injured. Torin has been hit once. Sebastian is absolutely fine. Fendus has taken some damage, and Hennick is untouched.
Okay, so I don't need to step in as of now.
Just bear in mind that bridge just got attacked. Yeah.
Could I bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon?
Yeah.
Well, actually, first, I would like to use 30 feet of my movement to walk halfway across the bridge.
30-foot movements.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Let me see where that puts me.
Bang in the middle.
Bang in the middle, so if I use another 30 feet as a dash action.
You would make it across.
Okay, I will do so. And before I end my turn, I would like to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay, where are you casting it?
I'm going to cast it anywhere around E E3.
What does it look like?
Bear in mind, E3 is currently incapacitated on the floor laughing, yeah?
And if I attack it, it
We'll
will.
make a wisdom save again, but that's not a problem. Like, it doesn't seem very good at wisdom saves. But I believe you got 120-foot range on that thing, right?
No,
90.
I have 60 feet of range. Would that reach B with 60 feet?
Yes.
Okay, then I would like to cast it by B.
That's an excellent idea.
Bruno,
what form
what's
does
your-
your spiritual weapon take? I think
What was
Josh
that?
wants to ask the same question. What form does your spiritual weapon take?
It takes the shape of a giant ale mug.
Oh, good. Better than a frying pan.
Nice.
Better than a shovel.
And yeah, please glass our boss.
As Natasha is deeply homesick. Does a 10 hit it?
No.
Yeah, okay, so that's gonna be my turn for now.
Okay. Too many trackers. Fendus is up.
First thing I'm gonna do is use 30 feet of movement to get to the other to as long as I can on the bridge.
Okay.
I'm going to use my hunter's mark to, because I can do this as a free bonus action, to cast it on E3.
You said a free bonus action.
Yes,
You can
so,
use a bonus action, but it doesn't cost a spell slot. Is that what you mean? Yes.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what I meant.
Yeah. That's fine.
A free bonus action in this economy. And then I will roll to hit with the longbow.
Okay. Please do.
Does a 14 hit it?
Yes. Assuming you're shooting E3, yeah?
I am shooting E3.
Right.
Should I roll with advantage because he's incapacitated?
I think the fact he's prone actually makes you roll a disadvantage with a ranged weapon, my friend.
Okay, I can roll that.
I have trust in Fendus.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still
it's,
14 for 14. Yep, that's
It's the
great.
same.
It
Yeah.
hits.
Okay, and then that's 1d8 plus 6 plus the hunter's mark, so that's 13 damage, 14 damage in total.
Okay. Second attack.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
I kind of love rangers more than is appropriate.
So
Yeah.
that's a 16 because I just rolled 16 on both.
Yep, that hits. Does he make it each attack? Wisdom save? Each time
I
he
think it's every
takes
time he
damage.
takes damage, so
Okay, he will
technically I think that would be
finally
correct,
stop
yes.
laughing.
That's
Oh.
another
He'll
16
stop
damage
laughing
on top.
and die. That's nice, isn't it?
Oh, okay, good.
That's the best hideous laughter I've ever seen in my life.
And I think with that is Fendus's turn.
That is Fendus's turn. Great. Okay. The last 7 of the initiative roll. Headache.
Oh boy, what does it seem like these rooks are doing
Charging.
at the guy
Northwest.
and ignoring us so far?
Thus far, yes. They haven't taken a turn yet, but they got to here. No, Sebastian, you haven't. You're top of the initiative.
All right, let's see then. Let's what's the distance there? 1, 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to do something to those guys first. Let's just try a shatter on the big boy.
Jesus, it has that much range?
It's
Okay.
60 feet. Well, it's a 10-foot radius.
That's where my con save, yeah?
Correct. That's a save. Should I
Give me a sec.
undo that?
Roll to everybody and say, okay, that. Oh, now. Do that if you wish.
He's too likely to make it again. Con is a bad one. I mean, a
Yes,
good
it's
one,
half
in
damage,
other
right?
words. Yes, so it will be, let me roll that. Not great. Half of 15, so 7, I guess.
Relatively
And
unfazed.
I shall give my bardic inspiration to, well, who can do things from a distance? I don't want to give it to the NPC. Let's give it to Natasha.
Good decision. Okay, it is the turn of the Aurochs. So each one of them is going to charge up. And then when they get close to this Yeti, they're going to turn around, charge back this way. Resulting in them charging... Oh, don't do that. One at a time, please. Resulting in them basically charging towards you guys. They've decided that you are far less scary than that dude over there, which is a fair assessment even for an Orc. And they begin to charge towards you. Hey, Sebastian, you're up.
Can I get off the bridge, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
You're technically still on the bridge, but you're off the bit that's hanging over the cliff. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my fault you've got 20 foot of movement speed, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
You're the slowest moving character ever.
And
Little feet, man, little feet.
I know. I'm gonna cast Ataxia
Okay.
on fuck it, I'll go with Big Boss Man.
Okay.
So yeah, as per usual, eyes back of the head, black, floating, very mysterious, very, mystical.
Very, mystical. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. Well, there's only so many times I can describe it. Come back.
Are you casting this at first or second level?
At first level. And I need to Google.
What is it?
It is fear.
Okay.
Nice.
Absolutely fine. I'm afraid that will do nothing. Reroll. Oh, don't reroll. Just do nothing.
Okay, great.
Alright.
Thanks.
Condition immunity frightened.
Bastards.
Just to confirm, you did say big guy, didn't you? You did say.
No, I
remember that
said
did happen.
E.
Any bonus
I
action?
said.
Any bonus actions?
I don't have any bonus actions.
I made sure that you had a bonus action.
I'm not gonna misty step.
Oh, also you can't do that when you pass another spell. Okay, cool. Our floating Yeti will skip his turn again. Great day he is. Sorry, you're up.
so, okay, does the
Can I just need to make one thing really clear? The way you guys need to go is east, not north. Okay, that should have been. I should have said that right at the beginning. Bendis will say that to you.
fair enough.
So just to clarify, should we turn back and head east then?
Well, you can't
No, I
go
think east
not the
across
other side of
the
the
bridge.
bridge. Like you need to go across
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bridge
Oh,
and then
okay.
east.
Got it.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So question: these Uruk,
Mm-hmm.
would Tora know? Like, can they be reasoned with, or are they just sort
No.
of? Like,
They're basically really fucking big cows.
gotcha.
Yeah, they're about as reasonable as cows. They've got. I mean, I say that they're tusked. They've got this sort of like massive mammoth fur down the front of their shoulders. They weigh 600 pounds. They stand sort of 12 foot tall from foot to the tip of their head. And they're about 14 foot in length. So they are big buggers, but they're based on cows. So no, they are as reasonable as a cow is.
Gotcha. Okay. In that case,
Just accidentally
I
pressed play on the
think-
Scatman video. Sorry.
okay. Torin, seeing that these things are charging towards them, I think what I'll do is try to pick up my little friends. And
I will let you pick up
move.
one friend.
What if I used my channel divinity?
Then I will let you pick up two friends.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you're going to step back, pick up Sebastian,
hmm
and then step... Let me
Slightly
click
to the
real
right.
quick. There we go. Then pick up Hennick. And you've got 10
Yeah.
foot of movement speed left. That's your taking
Okay.
a dash action.
I will take the dash action. Wait, hold on. Is channel divinity it's a bonus action?
Oh, okay,
Nice.
yeah. So you've got 35 foot of movement speed?
Yes.
15, 20, 5, 30.
And yeah, maybe I'll plop them down.
Yep. I'll
Before
let you put
the
them
end of
down as a
turn.
bonus action. It's
Yeah.
a free action.
And that's it. That's it from Torin.
Run slight. Chiavo, you've just seen Torin, Hennick, and Sebastian ditch. What doing?
Ditch as well. I'm gonna dash.
You've got 30 foot of movement speed or 35?
35, so that'd be 70.
Yeah, 70. Long walk. Okay. Any bonus action from you, Chiavo?
No. Not
Okay.
right now.
Natasha, you're up.
Well, seeing what everyone is doing, Natasha will also dash.
Good call.
Am I correct in saying that she would stand between Hennick and the big stampeding dude?
Yep, and she'll move her bonus action to hit the big stampeding dude in front of her.
You can't move spiritual weapon that far.
Oh,
That's 35 feet. I think it's 20 is the max.
yep, that's correct.
You
Can
E7
I-
if you wish, or you can just hit the boss again.
No, I'll hit E7
Oh
then.
fuck, I'm muted. Yeah, I was gonna say you could hit E7.
Actually, do these orcs speak our language?
No, as I explained to Torin, they're basically cows.
Oh, yeah,
they're as
yeah,
reasonable
sorry.
as cows.
Sorry,
That's okay.
Orkai. Orkai,
No,
not
I was just taking the piss with the Orokai. Yes, no, a 7 does not hit.
7. No, oh, so I rolled for damage, I'm still dumb. It's a 22 to
Oh,
hit
yeah,
and
yeah,
7
yeah.
damage.
It's 7 damage. Okay. All that will do is provoke the Orc to turn around and take a bite at your spiritual weapon. It doesn't really appear damaged.
No. Natasha will look to Hennick and say, these creatures really aren't that smart.
They're also very tough, though, as your 7 damage has done.
So
Neither am I, to be
not.
fair.
I'll end my turn there, and Fendus, who I believe is next,
Yes.
will cast Longstrider on himself
Mhm.
and use his 40 movement speed to run across the bridge to the other side.
Yep.
Towards us. And that is
Bonus action.
no bonus action he can take at this moment in time.
Yeah, I suppose having Healing Spirit move with you would be a mighty disaster. So that brings us to Hennig.
The big guy has not moved. He's just like, what has he done? Hurl a rock or something?
He held 1 rock. That's the only turn he's had so far.
Right. And I suppose I can't tell yet whether these beasts are whirling about again. Like, did they seem like they were running away from the thing? Or are they still?
Oh yeah, they
wanted to
ran up
get
towards
us?
where the Yeti was, and then they just charged away from the Yeti in a direct, straight line.
Right. I wonder if they can get across a bridge. But what, they're gonna go, no, we're also afraid of the bridge. We're
You
coming
can
after
use
you.
your logic to realize they can probably jump that gap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're big. They're very big.
They're very jumpy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm not so worried about them. And I will, let's see.
To be fair, at this point, actually, I will take a perception check out of... No, we're not in the next round. Never mind. Sorry, it won't be you. It'll be the next
Sure.
person in line.
I am going to just, I don't have, just toss a rock at the big guy.
Okay. Okay, no, you can toss
4.
a rock 70 feet.
Oh, I thought he was more like, I don't think we're that
30,
far.
35, 40, 45. Never mind. It isn't as far as it looks. It's only
Yeah.
45 feet to the...
Yeah, let's
Toss
do that
away.
then. It's 19
That'll hit.
for 8 damage.
Okay, and as this hits him, he will let out a roar. Any bonus action from you?
I will just yank our ranger friend 5 feet closer to us,
Okay.
assuming he wants that.
Yeah, he will take it. And any movement?
I mean, I don't know what we see beyond here.
I can show you, but it's gonna be really weird to see how it looks. You're gonna be entering here at this bottom left.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well,
sorry,
I'll move a little.
the very bottom left.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll move a little way in that direction then.
Okay. So for now, I'm just gonna put you off the map. Sorry,
Yeah, that's fine.
I couldn't make the 2 maps work as one.
No,
try.
that's fine.
I'm just gonna put you. Ooh, in the whole map. How did I do that? I'm gonna put you there for now, but we know that
Yeah,
you're
of
a little
course.
further. Cool.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Moment. Mr. Big Dude is going to take a couple of steps. One more maybe. Okay. And then he is going to ask all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Not a few steps. That's like 80 foot.
Bless is still
He's
up, right?
28 feet tall.
Oh dear.
Yes. Bless is still up.
Yeah, but you have a bless. And I should also probably...
Is that D6? Or is it D4?
Remember.
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration to reroll.
Yeah, thank you for reminding the bless. Fendus is an 18.
Okay.
Natasha is a 9.
Okay.
I got a 16.
10.
Okay.
11.
Very nice. You take 18 damage if you got below an 18, and you get 9 if you get above an 18. It is cold damage, so isn't a cold. You take half of it.
18?
18 on a success. On a
On a fail.
save.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
All is good. All is good.
Cool.
This is fine.
Yeah, Sebastian, make a death save.
You cannot physically fail 3 death saves before I get to you, so.
Peace
and
They can be hit.
Peace and amnesty. Peace
They
and
can be
amnesty.
hit.
James, please. James, peace and amnesty.
Um, that's a nat one.
Okay. Well, that's 2. Very good.
Why did I jinx you? I'm so sorry.
Natasha! Sorry, Torin.
Wait.
Torin, you're up. Torin, you're up.
Okay, so Torin, seeing, reeling back from this Yeti's roar, sees Sebastian and Cavo sort of fall unconscious. So, what he is going to do is, I still have my Channel Divinity up. I wonder if you'd let me pick them up and haul ass to the right.
I can rule it that you never put them down. But that
But
means
yeah,
putting
I was
Henrik
never
back.
holding. Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, I will say that you will need to take a full action to pick up.
And Chiavo, could I?
You can't pick up Kiava.
I mean,
He's as tall as you are. No.
Yeah, but my what do you call it?
No.
Amount that I can carry is doubled.
Yeah, no. I will not let you pick them both up. That is a choice. You can pick one up, or you can just heal one.
Yeah,
let them
okay.
move themselves. Just
Yeah, so
a
I'm
little
gonna.
bit of metagaming. Sebastian's just taking his turn. Kiavo goes next. Up to you.
Yes. So. Lay on hands is an action, I assume. Yeah, it is. Fuck me. Alright, I am going to lay on hands, and we'll give it to. Fuck. Probably Chiavo, considering he's coming up next.
Mhm.
I'll give him 5.
Kiavo, you
Let's
have
go.
5 HP. Any
And
movement speed and
then-
bonus action.
So. Yes. Movement. I'm going to sort of just impose myself in front of Sebastian. Maybe I'll like slam my shield,
Okay.
step over him
Yeah.
and sort of like
I
ready
like
up,
that.
slam my
Super
shield
fair
down.
enough. Yeah, anything
Yeah.
directed at Sebastian will hit you.
Mhm.
Cool. Does that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
Kiavo, you're up.
I feel like I need to grab Sebastian and
Mm-hmm.
start
Action
running
to
and yeah, I take an action to pick him up and start running towards Henrik. I'm pretty sure Natasha will be able to catch up to me.
Yeah, at this
I
point, you're
can't
going
move
to have
that
to
far.
give me a moment. In fact, we're going to take a short break there.
Okay.
Mid-combat, and we'll be back in a moment. Hello and welcome back to the second half of Beldania. So, we were being pursued by a most scary Yeti, and there were 4 orcs who were charging, who seemed to kind of ignore you as you ran past. Natasha.
Okay.
Remind you that Sebastian is...
So, as Natasha observes the party's dire situation, she's going to put her hands together and say, Methandria, I need you. And she's going to use her channel divinity, and you see this light begin to glow around her. Let me turn on the light effects. There we go.
Ooh.
And she will give 10 HP to Sebastian. She will give 4 HP to Chiavo and 1 HP
Really
to
sorry,
herself.
you can't give 10 HP to Sebastian. You only give him 7.
Oh, it's half, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know.
7 to Sebastian.
7 to Sebastian, 7 to Chiavo.
2 to Chiavo, I think.
Can only give him 2. 2 to Chiavo.
Torin
9.
is missing...
Torin's pretty bad.
6 off
Yeah,
of
he's
half.
under half.
And Hennick is missing 3 off of half.
How many is Torin
6.
missing?
Yeah, you can get
lot.
every single person in the party to half HP.
I will do
Except
so.
for except for Pendus. As long as you ignore Pendus, you can actually just get everybody to half HP.
So I will do so, and as this holy energy propagates throughout all of you, let me put myself as well to 15 HP.
So I'll be at 21 or 22.
Round down, please.
Okay.
She's going to say, Torin, it appears that our fight is not yet over. And I'm going to cast a healing word at 2nd level towards Torin.
Ooh.
So you heal for an additional 11.
Nice.
Amazing.
Good turn, Matt.
And that's her turn.
Hennick, you're up.
What about the ranger?
Does Fendus have a turn?
Oh yeah, I don't have him in my initiative, so you're gonna have to remind me, Natasha.
That's fine.
Afterwards, otherwise I'd have to reset the whole combat.
Okay.
So yes, Fendus' turn.
So as Fendus sees this, obviously everyone's pretty injured. He will cast Healing Spirit within Sebastian.
Okay.
So whenever it's your turn, I will be able to heal you for 1d6 hit points.
Yep.
And then he will use the rest of his movement to dash, which is 80 feet of movement because he has Long Strider on him.
So he's using his action to dash, yeah?
He's using his action to dash for 80 feet.
Okay, this is difficult terrain here. There are fallen logs in the ground, so that is going to be... you can get to the middle of them.
Perfect. That's his turn then.
Okay. Actually, hold on. Doesn't he ignore?
I think rangers usually do.
That is a feat, yep.
No, he doesn't. Okay.
Not him, no.
No, he
Oh,
will
he
do,
does?
but he hasn't got there yet.
He does speak giant, which is helpful.
He does speak giant, but he doesn't ignore.
Alright. That's his turn then.
Hey, Hennick, you're up.
All right.
Just a clarification, sorry. These are fallen rocks. These
Yep.
cliffs are unscalable, except for the rough stairs that the rangers have put into the gap. This is a pool of frozen ice. And obviously there is still a sheer drop over here. That sheer drop is sort of a little further to the left, but I can't make the 2 maps tally.
And do we see whatever those
No,
E4s and stuff
sorry. I was putting them in position and completely forgot to turn them off.
That's fine. I mean, I was perfectly willing to assume we did not.
I mean,
see
in all
them.
fairness, Fendus, as soon as he gets there, will see that there are 4 more Aurochs who are stampeding.
Okay.
And
I don't
these
know
ones seem
that.
to be stampeding straight through you. Well, no, he might call out, like, enemies ahead!
That's
But,
true.
yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
In all fairness, there's no other way to go.
Right.
This, at the bottom of the map, it's just a drop. It's the same drop as getting at the cliff.
I think I'm going to have to attempt to hideous laughter on the big thing.
Oh, that's... Yeah, I've just read it.
I don't have a good joke. I know.
Should look
I
like
should have
this.
brought my book
There
of
you
mountain
go.
jokes, but I'm more of a farm guy.
There we go. So you understand the drop is
Sure.
makes sense now. Cool. Who are you trying to tell about, joke?
The giant,
Oh, yeah.
28-foot tall fuckhead,
Yeah, yeah.
who is very, very big compared to tiny little me. And that is whatever it is, wisdom save.
Got a 14. Are you guys seeing my rolls?
And
I feel like I don't always see stuff anyway. I don't rely on seeing stuff.
No, I know, but I like to make sure you guys know I'm not fudging shit. Hey, look, I rolled it again, and it rolled a 14 again.
All right, let's.
amazing.
Is
Meant
that
to be.
is that a fail? A 14 or a success?
Oh no, it's a success. But I don't know if I want to also. We're so few spell slots.
Do it. Whatever you're gonna do.
Let's try to. Let's when he succeeds on a saving throw, I can still rebarbs him. So roll again. He's probably gonna still.
That's a 7.
Good.
Who
So
are
he
you
is
giving your advantage?
myself.
Okay, and how much damage does he take?
There's no damage.
You just vicious mockery him?
No, that's hideous laughter. That was hideous laughter. So he is incapacitated and prone.
Oh, Steve.
Even if it doesn't last long, we can get farther the fuck away from him.
Yep. Okay.
And I'll try to. I can't actually shove him into the pit because I don't think I can get an angle on that. But
I also don't think you can shove a... I know that logically it says you can
that's
shove
fine.
a
Yeah,
large
that's fine.
creature,
That's
but
fine.
I'm not going to say that you can shove a giant creature or huge creature.
Yeah, that's fine.
He will fail his roll, and that will be the end of his turn.
Cool.
Was that the end of your turn, Henrik?
Yeah, I don't want to burn the inspiration right now, so I got no bonus.
Okay. E1. Well, that's really awkward. I'm going to just order. E4 is going to keep charging. Okay, that 14 to hit our friend Fendus.
That does not hit.
Rock number 2. Can't move. You up. They've stopped him. Sebastian, you're up.
Is there any possible way that Ataxia could teleport us all out of here?
No.
What if I rolled in that 23 times?
No.
4 times?
No.
5? Okay, fine. I will head up to the shrubbery. Can we see the enemies? We can't, right?
Yeah, you can see. They're 12 foot tall. You can see them over the back of the trees.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, it's. I don't think I'm affected by difficult terrain.
No, but you do only move 20 feet a turn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then I guess I will cast Absorption Shield in front of me. To block any attacks from E4, 3, 2, and 1.
I understand what you're saying, but are you not going to move next turn past your absorption ward? Because that's the direction you're running away from the big Yeti dude.
Yeah, but I also don't want to run into the other enemies.
No, but it's a way away for you. You're more than welcome to do anything you want, but I am just saying you're going to run past it next turn. Seems a bit of a strange choice. But
Okay, then fine. I
choice you've
want
made.
Absorption Shield.
No, it's fine.
Does
You
it
can
work
cast
both ways?
That
It-
is a good question.
Like once
It
you get on the
doesn't
other side, would
matter.
it protect you from the Yeti?
It doesn't specify. So it's up to you, James.
Well, the only thing I would say is if it worked both ways, you wouldn't have been able to fire attacks through it last turn.
Unless it's because I'm the person who casted it.
Your party members were also able to fire through it last time we
You
had
could
counters.
also say that's because they're my allies and not.
No, that would make it stupendously overpowered.
Can we put it behind us?
Yes. And it won't obstruct you guys moving through it.
Okay, fine, I'll do that.
Cool. It'll block any big cold shit from a big scary dude.
Yeah, and then that'll give me 4 health for my arcane ward.
Okay. Turin, you're up.
Okay.
You can move through this black line.
Yes.
Breathing.
And you're saying that this crevasse here to the north of Fendus is unscalable.
Yes.
Okay. So we just have to go through the orcs.
Seems that way. You might be able to move like slightly onto it, like run round them, but you're not going to be able to run up it.
Yeah, for sure. Do I want to run through these orcs and just absorb a shit ton of attacks? Probably not.
A survival check.
$19?
My father's hunted these beasts. They're not particularly bright. They're quite stupid. They're also not particularly vicious. Whilst they may stampede, they're unlikely to swipe at you if you walk past them.
Oh, interesting.
Study that for fun.
Okay.
Because I hadn't taken into account that you would be worried about opportunity attacks. Yeah, no. They're just stampeding. They're not enemies as such. They're just obstacles, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in that case, what I will do, or what Torin will do, rather, is scoop up Hennick, if he'll let me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And,
I don't think I actually have to let you.
And I'll basically, I guess that'll take an action. So I'll move as far forward as I can.
Get you to that. Because then I'm not going to let you carry people through the difficult terrain.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So just to explain this, Sandra, it's a group of trees that have collapsed from up top and have sort of caused a large amount of clutter in them. Any bonus action from your turn?
Hold on, maybe.
Is your fire breath a bonus action?
It is not, unfortunately. I wish it was. No, I can't really do anything right now.
Okay, cool. Kiabo, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna advance up towards Sebastian.
With your counter
If Sebastian will allow me to, Sebastian will have a lift to the front.
No.
Okay, fine, fuck it then. I'll just run up to where Torin and Hennick are, and that's it.
You don't want to use an action to do something?
Well, if we're planning on going around these creatures, then we're not really going to be looking to attack them, right? I mean...
No, but you're only 50 feet away from the big dude that's chasing you. Do you want to throw something at him?
It's not going to do anything if I throw it, but I can always try.
Not going to do anything?
Because the only thing I can do at that range is Frostbite.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why.
I mean, technically it does still do something.
Fine. I will give it a shot then. Frostbite. 14 con save. No problem for him to save.
9.
Wow, he failed the con save?
I'm rolling it in front of you guys.
Yeah, I
he
see
still
that.
has a set of dice, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, just roll a 3.
There's no reason ever in D&D to go, well, do you know what, I'm just not going to bother doing anything.
Right, okay. Right. So,
That's his next
that's
attack, right?
3 cold damage.
Yeah, he is immune to the cold damage.
Right.
But he does get to try to resave on the hideous laughter.
And
Mhm.
there is a component has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Yeah,
Not sure if that's going to do anything, considering it can't take cold damage, but
Well, because it takes no damage, I don't think it takes any damage, so it doesn't re-roll on the damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
cool.
I see. I thought we were saying it was halved.
No, it's immune to cold damage. 100%
Nice.
immune. So it will have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
if you want to rule that, then sure.
If it saves on its
Wisdom.
wisdom for hideous laughter. Natasha, you're up.
Very well. Can I get a quick rundown of the party?
Everybody's half health.
Everybody's half health.
Exactly half health, apart from Torres.
Oh,
who
except
healed
for me. Yeah. I'm pretty
Sebastian,
decent.
can you roll the health for Sebastian, please? On that healing spirit that you put down that I forgot about.
Yep, thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, it's 1d6 in it.
That's 5 for you.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh, roll.
Torin, what did you say about your health?
I'm looking pretty good, I would say.
You healed him from half health upwards last
Like,
time.
remember you gave me the healing word and the
Okay.
inspiring words, and I was like, oh.
I'd like to use my turn to walk a little bit up.
A
And
little bit up. I need a bit more description on that.
could I stand between... Sorry, I'm struggling to see the map because it's really pixelated. I
Yeah,
want to
same.
stand between F and whoever's behind F, if that is possible.
Yeah, that's
Kiabo. Or Henrik.
30-foot movement. It's Torrin. If you look on the Twitch stream instead of on the...
I'm looking
Yeah.
at both, James.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
My
Um,
Twitch stream is okay.
Could I please stand behind F at this moment in time?
Yep, you are behind F and to the right of Torrin.
I just want to be in range of E4, I believe.
Yeah, you're looking to be in melee range of it.
I don't want to be.
You
I don't want to be.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's... In all fairness, it doesn't have an attack range, so
Okay.
I'm not in range of it.
I'm going to start my turn by bonus action cast Shield of Faith on me.
Mhm.
And then what is the general vibe of you guys? Do you guys want to run or are we fighting them?
So Torin will have sort of let everyone know that the orcs are not necessarily hostile to us. I don't think.
Mhm.
Like relay the information that.
They're not
Yeah.
hostile, but they will keep charging in that direction.
So I'll move out of the way.
Yeah, which you have done already by moving to the up.
That's my turn.
Henrik, you are up.
Sorry, Fendus.
Oh, sorry.
Before Henrik.
Yes, Fendus.
Well, if the orcs are not hostile, Fendus will also move out of the way, as I think would be the thing he will do.
Yeah, we can squeeze him in that gap up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be his turn then.
He's not going to shoot back at boss dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is chasing you. He's not giving up.
All right.
He is
I'm
laughing
sorry.
though.
Okay, so he no longer has Hunter's Mark on him.
Oh.
So he would because he didn't cast it as a bonus action in his previous round.
Right. Okay. It wasn't on
So-
this dude originally. Yep, I remember.
Yep. What I'll do is I'll recast Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and I'm going to use Favored Foe if this hits.
Sure.
25 to hit.
Does it hit?
Okay, so Favored Foe, Hunter's Mark, so that's 6 damage.
18 on the wisdom save. Leaves above your check, yes.
Oh yeah.
That is 11, 14.
17, I
damage?
think. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll go for a second attack.
Yep.
22 to hit. So that's a total of 8 damage.
Yep, he's pretty unfazed. That concludes Fendus's turn.
That will conclude his turn.
Henrik, you're up.
So he has saved, but he still hasn't had a chance to get up yet. Is that right?
Indeed, he's still prone.
All right. I would like to Is there a good direction for me to step out of the way where I can still
Yeah,
have
you are
a
the
direct
last
line
person-
on the big?
Ooh. You can risk going down this way, but you will be
Right.
on the edge of the gap of the hole.
Yeah.
That is a choice.
Well, I guess I was gonna kind of. Do I remember if this guy goes after me? I think he goes after me. I don't know. What's that?
He does.
He does. He does it.
That's
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah, I know.
after
I
every
want him to
time.
stand up so I don't have fucking disadvantage on range attacks. Is the problem. So I want to
Oh, I
hold.
see.
I wanted to get out of
You
the
can hold
way
your action till he
first.
stands up.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to also get out of the way and still be line of sight.
No,
to
I mean
hit
you can
him.
hold your whole action, right? Can you hold a movement
Well,
speed?
you
can't
can't
hold a
really.
movement speed, no.
Right, it's fine. I'll just sort of be like somewhat out of the way, but if I
I mean, if you
it
want to
looks like
tuck
he
in
can
up
still
here
fit
and
past
hold your
me.
action till he is within your sight, that's a choice.
Well, that's true. He might start barging over here, in which case. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll go to where I think he can sort of barge into, and then I'm going to hold a rock
bonus
attack. No, thank you.
Yeah, he is going to start moving, but before he does, we're going to notice the other four, E5, 6, 7, and 8, are just going to be done with, as they charge well away from him, and you would assume they've hopped the wall. But it's a long way back, no one's looking there. I thought that's the map. Okay, because our lovely friend is coming to join us. You get any closer than that. However, Henrik, that is your opportunity to throw at him.
Yeah, so having readied himself and having given himself advantage from these silvery barbs before, you see Henrik tosses his new wolf fur cloak over his shoulder, slides a little stone out of his pocket, and I'm going to try the recently granted sharpshooter. So I'm going to attack with advantage. Let's see, where is that? Where is my... Oh, there it is. But it'll be a -5. So it's a 24 -5, 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
So it does 15 damage
Nice.
with the sharpshooter.
It's beginning to look a little hurt. A little. Kenyo. Does that conclude your turn? Oh yeah.
It wasn't
it
even my
your
turn. It concludes
Yeah.
my reaction. Yeah.
Torin, I think, person first in line. Yeah, Torin. I need
Oh,
you to...
Sebastian.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about
Envision
my
line.
turn.
No, I need
got
you to make a con save, please.
Aye. No good. 10.
That's not. You take 26 cold damage and are paralyzed.
Shit.
Paralyzed.
By the cold. And it's stampede time. Kiavo. Dex save, please.
Wait, why am I in the middle of the fucking path, right?
'Cause that's as far as you could get.
Oh, okay. Right, deck save?
Yep. Sebastian as well, please.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
I'm gonna use one of my luckies to reroll. That's a 19.
Okay, Kiavo, you'll take 11 bludgeoning damage. And Sebastian, you'll
I'm
take
down.
none. Oh dear. Okay. Sebastian, another dex save.
I'm gonna use another lucky to reroll.
That's your last one, right?
No.
One more? Okay.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Ooh, 14 bludgeoning damage. That's
I'm down.
down, boy. Okay. Sebastian, death save, please.
That's a fail.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry, Sebastian. At the beginning of your turn, Healing Spirit is still on you,
Oh,
so you would regain 1d6.
A fun.
Wait.
A double check.
Yeah, until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on your turn or starts its turn there, you can use a spirit to restore 1d6 hit points. No action required.
Yeah, you're fine to add the health. I'm asking you to hold on for.
Okay. Sebastian, you will heal for 1 HP.
I'd still be down.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, you're no longer unconscious.
You
You're
heal
just
at the
prone.
beginning of your turn
Yeah.
after you've
Oh,
taken the
okay.
damage.
Sorry, I didn't
Yes,
say it fast
I
enough.
was trying to work out if you would then be gored by the other 3, but you won't. So you're alright. It activates when your turn starts, which is the beginning of the next round. Okay. Just for now, I've turned the enemies off. Sebastian, you're up, but obviously they are here, yeah? I just don't know if you can see yourself at that point.
sorry, where were they? I can't see them.
They're the big dude.
Oh, gotcha.
Sebastian.
I was looking at Twitch chat. Sorry. There they are.
I guess I'll just attack.
You're attacking the boss, yeah?
I guess so.
Yeah. Are you also attempting to move out the way of these stampeding bastards?
So they can opportunity attack me now.
They, you have been told already by Torrin that they
Yeah,
don't do opportunity attacks.
they're not going to attack us.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll
Okay. And you're attacking the boss, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Casting a spell with his keyboard, guys. Ready, get down.
Keyboard slam. The ultimate spell attack.
Okay, so he needs to make a charisma save. I'm casting Bane on him.
Ooh. 3.
Yeah, so the next time he makes an attack roll or a saving throw, he rolls a 1d4 and subtracts the number rolled from the attack roll or the saving throw.
Yeah. Right. Any bonus action from you? You haven't got one. You keep telling me this. Alright, you're up.
So Torrin can't do anything, can he?
Unless you want to attack one of these nice guys who are just chilling.
I don't think I can even attack if I'm paralyzed.
Oh no, you're paralyzed? Yeah, you need to make a... Con save.
Con save.
Your turn. Sorry, I forgot you.
14?
Still paralyzed.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
go.
yeah.
That's safe.
Torrin just stepped as a board right now.
Double death save. And
10.
marvelous. Asha, you're up.
Okay, so I'm in touch range of Sebastian, right?
No.
No. Am I in touch range of
Sebastian
Kiavo?
or Kiavo. Not, well, I mean, when you say are you in touch range, you could run up to them, but you'd have to run
Yeah.
past the stampeding orcs.
Well, these are my teams, so Natasha's brave enough to do it, and I'm gonna run past the stampeding orcs with all her bravery and run up to Kiavo, who's doing death saves.
Okay. Need that save from you at that point, please.
15?
That will cut it.
Okay.
Nice. 0 damage. Yep. Double
Right.
healing.
So as I sit next to Kiavo, I'll say, I'm not ready for you to go yet. And I will cast a second word Cure Wound. You heal for 18 hit points.
Nice.
Fucking hell, okay.
Can I also take a strength check from you, Sasha? To see if you can just drag him ever so slightly out of harm's way?
Actually, 1 second. Can I punch him?
You could do, but the poor dude only has 20 HP.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he only has 20. Okay, got it.
So there's no more healing to give him. But,
Well, 22, but yeah,
22,
it's...
it's fine.
Strength check, yeah?
Yeah, just to see if you can pull him ever so slightly out of harm's way from the up on the floor.
I would have thought with my
Will-
35-foot of movement speed, though, I would have
Will
been
a
able to get out of the
19
thing,
work?
Sorry?
Will a 19 work?
Yes.
Okay.
You couldn't get out of harm's way before because you didn't know where they were going to run.
Right.
Now
Okay,
that you've
okay.
seen that they're on the... Why can I not click one at a time? This is a nightmare. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay,
that
so-
concludes your turn?
So that is my action as a
Yeah.
Cure Wounds. Can I cast a Distracting Light bonus action cantrip?
Yeah. Who's that going on?
Ho-
Boss dude?
Hopefully the boss isn't very clever. The DC, it's a wisdom saving throw for a DC 14.
9.
They got a 9.
Yeah.
Any concentration checks that the enemy makes are with a disadvantage.
He does have something he concentrates on, so that's not a bad thing.
I'll just make the little light like float around its
Yeah.
eyes.
Okay.
That's Natasha's
Um,
turn.
That is Fendus's turn then?
Yep, so bonus action Hunter's Mark.
He's already Hunter's marked.
Did he? He
Yeah,
did.
You did that last
Yeah, no, he did last turn.
Perfect. So this time I'm going to bonus action cast Slayer Spray on the boss.
Yep.
Right, let's roll to hit. Does 15 hit?
It does.
Okay, so that's a total of 13 plus Hunter's Mark plus Slayer's Play plus Favorite Foe, so that's an additional 8 damage.
Yeah.
And then he will hit again for 29.
29.
For a total of 3 plus... For a total of 16 damage on the second attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's beginning to look a little wounded. A little more
And-
wounded than he was before.
Fendus will use the rest of his movement to stand up behind the last part of the stampede.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Hennick.
All right. Let's see. What have I got here? That just doesn't do a whole lot. That distracting thing it's just for his con stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just something he's concentrating on. Did you not?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll discuss this at the end of the session, guys.
Then I shall just call out and chide him that you weren't quite so tall when you were laying down before, and vicious mockery him.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
On it. He has not succeeded a wisdom saving throw in God knows how long. He has a +1. Nobody will believe it.
Hey.
Damage, please.
That's a mere 1d4 psychic damage. 3 psychic damage, but he has disadvantage in the next attack.
And he fails his concentration check. Admittedly, none of you know what it was doing, but it was doing something. He's now failed it. And any bonus action, Hennick?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. He will move up to the barrier that you put in his way. Actually, no, he won't. He is going to pick up an orc and throw it.
With
Well, at the
disadvantage,
barrier.
I guess.
Right down there. Off it goes. And now he's going to move up to the barrier. And with his second attack, take a swing at disadvantage. That's what, 10 AC? 5 AC?
5 AC.
Great. Well,
I need to roll its
hit.
health actually. One sec.
18 to hit. Yes, please roll its health before.
No, wrong one. Okay, yeah, that's 22.
It's
Sebastian.
taken 19 damage.
You will also gain 6 hit points from Healing Spirit.
It's not Sebastian's turn yet.
Oh,
Yeah, but you gain 6 HP in a minute. Can you calm down, cat?
How much damage, James?
19. Is that what it dealt
Yeah,
to the
so
barrier?
it's got 3 health left.
Cool. Well, not anymore. Yeah, E3 will stampede through it. It is incapable of making a dex save. That's barrier down, I'm afraid. But the boss will have to make a dex. Piercing damage. Can you stop eating my notebook, please? Thank you. Yeah, you definitely Hunter's marked. I remember. Actually, in all fairness, I think it's the other way round, Bruno. You cast Healing Spirit after Hunter's mark, no? Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, I recast Hunter's Mark.
Yes. Oh, that's a 15. Okay, as the 4 enemies, 1, 2, 3. Oh, never mind. I've rolled an extra one. Not that he fall down a hole. Stampede off into the distance. They run through the Yeti. They really decided they didn't have much other choice. The Yeti is taking some damage from these stampeding orcs. Also, that barrier is down. He is now free to come after you. Sebastian Belmont. With your one hoop, you are up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He needs to make a con save.
What are you casting, please?
Ray of Sickness. I'm actually make a
The nat 1?
18 hits.
An 18 does hit, and that's a nat 1 on the con save.
Great. So that is
My dice are carrying you guys, right?
that's 4 poison damage, and he is poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Yep. Cool. Torin, you're up.
And I will run away.
Oh, yes.
Very
We'll-
important.
I don't know if you can run, but we'll trot you away. Got a wonderful 10 foot of movement speed in difficult
Why?
terrain.
I'm not affected by difficult terrain.
Why?
It's a race thing.
Can't.
Yeah.
Because 10 foot of movement speed is just really fucking harsh, I guess. Torin, your con save, please.
Did not pass 7. Still stiff as a board.
I'm loving that. Kiapo, you're up. Is that your second failure, Torin?
Yes.
Okay, there is something that happens on third failure, so remind me next time.
Okie dokie.
Oh dear.
I have to build you a wheelchair.
You notice that he's currently getting encased in ice, Torin.
Shit.
You
Is
can
that because
agonize
the
a
boss is
scorcher
guys?
him if you want. Yeah,
You could. Although, I'm quite weak right
yeah, he might be on the floor, but won't be
But I am
paralyzed.
resistant to fire damage.
Kiavo,
Yeah.
let me handle Torin. Focus on the issue at hand.
Indeed. Unfortunately.
A lovely thing to say, Natasha. Fuck knows. Go on, Kevin. Carry on.
I cannot just witch bolt and run, so I'm going to have to attempt this again and make him make a Constitution save.
Why can't you witch
DC
bolt?
14.
You
Because if I
move
run
out
out
of
of range of a
range
witch
of
bolt,
it.
it drops.
Then it drops, yeah.
Okay, but you can still use it for damage, no?
Yeah, I could, but like,
It means he can't run away.
It's a choice. He already... I'm not even going to bother asking you to do that because he already has disadvantage on his next attack, so giving him double advantage on his disadvantage on his next attack is not really doing anything to him.
okay, then in that case, I'll 30 foot from him. Yes.
Yeah, less than.
All right. So Agonizer
20.
Scorcher, Dex save. Oh,
Okay.
20.
Minus is a D something from that. D4, D6 from my Bane.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He failed miserably. That's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason why he's failing everything is because he's baned. He keeps getting disadvantage on the next thing he tries to do. Like, you guys are really obnoxiously brutalizing him, but Torrent's
Right,
dying,
that's
so it's all worth it.
13 fire damage.
Yeah, cool. He is now officially wounded.
Oh,
He'd be
good.
half HP.
And I will move my full 35 of movement speed over
Okay,
towards. Sorry.
Is it okay, bye? 35. You are able to cross the difficult terrain.
All right, that's the best I could do then.
Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Nat Asher.
Could I please walk up next to Torin?
Yep. I'll move your counter in a second. I'm going to attempt to do.
So what is happening with Torin?
He's being encased in ice.
Because
And,
he's paralyzed.
Correct.
He is paralyzed, but he's being encased in ice is the main reason why he's paralyzed.
Okay. I'll put my arm on his shoulder and I'll cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
The
Hey,
condition that I choose to end will be paralyzed.
Don't think it works like that.
As
Does it
such a
end?
creature and can end.
I know that. I know that it ends the paralysis. I just logically in my head, I'm struggling to see how it's removing him from an encasement of ice. But I guess it says on the tin it removes paralysis, so we'll let it remove paralysis. He's been paralyzed long enough. Cool. Yeah, I'll allow it. Logically in my head, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But the spell says on the tin ends paralysis, so go ahead. Any bonus action from you?
Can I?
Do you want to start moving that spiritual weapon you left like 400 feet away?
Yeah, sure. And
I think it's like it's on the next screen.
and as my free action, I'll start like trying to yank the pieces of ice that are like left on Torin's feet and be like, "Come on,
Yeah,
we
I
need
think
to get you out of here."
that makes a lot more sense. I think we'll go with that.
Could I use my bonus action to do that instead? To actually like break him
remove
free?
the ice from him, break him free, and then
Nice.
Yeah, I'll just like start punching and like, let's get you
with
out.
Lesser Restoration, you sort of jolt some warmth back into his bones.
And that's Natasha's turn.
Fendus.
Fendus, my boy. We'll
Kill.
continue DPSing from the back.
Yes, let's go Fendus.
Nat 20 on the first hit as well.
Brutal.
Okay,
Have those double digits. You get to right click and roll as crit.
so that was a 9 crit damage
Oof.
So,
on his longbow, and then Hunter's Mark and whatever else, the 17.
okay, that is a 26 damage hit. Okay.
A second attack. 30 to hit.
Oh shit, I was so close.
That is an additional 9 plus 6 damage, that's 15, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Fendus will use the rest of his movement to move further back, just in case.
Okay.
I'll move as much as I can while still in range to hit, which
You
is...
can't not be in range to hit. 600 feet.
Yeah. Yep. Great.
Henrik, you're up.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna. It seems like we have to kill this guy. He's just coming, so I'm gonna throw a rock at him, regular style, since my to hit's not great. Actions, rock.
You sharpshooter.
Probably should have. No, I didn't. No,
Oh,
because
okay.
I wasn't confident. I should have, perhaps, but it's a 22 to hit,
Yep, that'll hit.
and that is 7 rock damage. Bludgeoning, I think it is.
Yeah.
But Torin seems to be free of this situation now.
Yeah. Torin's fine.
Okay, then I am going to move towards Fendus.
Yep, in a second.
I would like to stay within 60 feet of the big bad guy, in case I need to do anything to him. A lot of my stuff is 60 feet.
I don't think you can get any further away anyway.
I don't think so either, but it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, no, you're about 45 feet away right now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
right, because it's difficult. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, does that complete your
yeah,
turn?
that'll be it, yeah.
Okay, well, finally it's his time to move out, start brutalizing some bitches. Well, he's got 60 foot of movement speed, so I'm assuming he's not going to have a problem getting it. The first swing will be at... who are you? Torin? Left hand.
Oh shit.
That's a 30 to hit you.
30?
Yeah, that's what I said. Not a
It
problem.
hits.
That is 16 slashing damage and 6 cold damage. 22 damage.
Torin is down.
Okay.
Shit.
The second slash will be at... Who's that next to you? Sebastian?
Natasha or Sebastian?
Sebastian, 28 to hit.
I'm down.
That is 14 slashing damage.
James, unless you somehow rolled
I'm making
zero
sure you're not
damage,
dead.
I would've-
14 slashing damage. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Death save, please.
Oh, should I make my death save?
Yeah, you might as well. You're next.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
That's also a fail.
Oh, Kiavo, you're up.
Fuck.
He
Shit.
did just get hit very hard by Fender.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. No more running. For me, at least. Witch bolt. 17th hit.
Yes.
9 damage.
Okay. Yep. He didn't like that. That hurt.
I stand my ground.
Oh. Natasha.
So healing potions are
Bonus action. For
Okay.
you to use. If
Oh.
you want to use them on somebody else, it is a bonus action, but they must use their reaction. If they are unconscious, they simply cannot use them. In combat. You can spoon them in out of combat, but in combat you just drown them. Please don't do that.
okay. Well, I'm gonna use my action to make a medicine check to stabilize Torin.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's a 12.
stabilized.
And then I'm going to stand in front of Sebastian. And at this point, she's going to look back at Henrik and Kiavo and say, "Get them out of here. I won't be able to hold on very long." And she's going to drink the potion of armor
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Each time to use it.
Well, she wasn't tanking up until now.
Nope, that is true. Fendus is up. I feel like it was Fendus' turn like a second ago, but I guess you guys had to death save.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
keep being down does that, yeah.
No more Auric.
That induce.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna roll to hit again. 25 to hit on the
That'll
first
hit.
attack. And 15 on the second.
Yep.
Okay. So that's 13 plus 10, so 23. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna roll the all 4d6 at the same time. So that's
It
33
hits.
damage in total.
Yeah, he's really hurting. Really hurting. He's not dead. Does that conclude Fendus' turn?
That does conclude his turn.
Hey, Henrik, you're up.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to blow that just to try to end him. Let's, those disadvantages aren't going to matter. Let's just throw another rock at him.
Up to
But I
you.
really, I don't know. I'm not that good. I'm going to roll badly.
Can I just,
All
just
right.
you know, from a DM standpoint, nobody's missed him yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
true.
Natasha missed him with a 9.
Just wait. But yes, I'll try it. I'm feeling good about the time before, but I had a bit of... So it's actually a 13.
Please describe his grizzly.
Well, he is he's killed by 15 rock damage. So yeah, once again, pull the little rock out of my pocket with my wolf fur thrown back and whip it across. That sort of weird backhanded rock skipping thing. And yeah, actually sort of bounce it off the ice and just like up into his gut. And knock the wind out of him, and he topples into the hole. No. Someone probably wants his fucking
He
fur,
had
I
nothing
guess.
of any importance. He was 28 foot tall, and the hole he will plug.
Okay, good.
He won't even go down the hole. He'll just plug the hole. Nevertheless,
You can skin him in that hole, Torin.
as he crashes down, I'm afraid you have one more encounter left. As you begin to see at the very top of this mountain slope, snow is cascading down toward.
Oh,
You've got
fuck.
one free turn to pick up your friends, Alright, and Sebastian. Natasha, do you have any way of doing that? Obviously, you're out of spell slots, but hand them a potion, for example. Or Fendus can put a healing breakdown on both of them.
Well, Torin is no longer unconscious because I stabilized him.
Yeah, but he's still unconscious.
Yeah, I think I was reading up on stabilized
Yeah,
too. It's
he's just,
technically
he just doesn't have to make a death save. He remains unconscious
Yeah.
until he's healed.
yeah.
So I can't feed him a healing potion.
Yeah, you can give healing potions to people who are unconscious out of combat, just not in combat, because out of combat it takes too long to do it in one bonus
So
action.
bonus action heal potion on him.
Yeah, I mean, or just you're just gonna spoon feed him a healing potion. Yeah.
2d4 plus 4,
Yeah, Torin 2d4 plus 4.
9 HP, and I'm gonna stabilize.
Did you roll that for me, Natasha? 9,
Yeah,
you said?
it's 9, yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna stabilize Sebastian,
Okay.
With my action.
Fendus can pick him up, right?
15. Yeah, Fendus could pick him up.
Okay, do you want to do that with the healing spirit, or do you just want to give him single good berry?
Yeah, no, he will give him a single good berry, just to give him as quickly as possible.
Okay. So I've never done this before, so please bear with me while I.
I'm gonna climb up on Torin's back.
The very first thing I need is an initiative roll from each of you, please.
Is that okay, James?
Yes, that's fine. With the Sebastian rolls no initiative, okay? He will go on Torin's turn.
I
Let me. You begin to see a cascading pile of snow rushing down the mountain towards you. Put some slightly less annoying music on for this. I believe. Technicals. Okay, so as the snow cascades down, Natasha, you're the first one to take a hit. No, it doesn't work like that. Hold on. Can you please skip? Right, okay, so it's falling directly down. Where does Natasha wish to attempt to take shelter? Or are you going to attempt to just walk through it?
These rocks are quite big, aren't they?
There are some rocks in it, but the rocks are mostly quite small. The biggest problem is it's just like snow and debris just falling towards you. It's approximately 300 feet wide, 150 feet long, about 30 feet in thickness. Oh, up and down it.
Could I just dash and try to run across as quickly as I can?
You want to move 300 feet to the right?
That's 300 feet.
Yeah, 300 feet in width. So what I would suggest is, for example, if you stand at this place, it should go over you, right? Is the logic. So if you put yourself with your back against the mountainside, the cliff, hopefully it'll move over you. That'll give you advantage on your strength saves.
And Henrik is by me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I kind of hold Henrik if he allows me?
I think, yeah, Henrik can take his own turn, though,
Yeah.
before that, so... what do you mean by hold him? Like, to try and help him with his strength save?
I just want to hold him. This is going to be mostly for flavor.
Oh, okay, yep.
or like,
Just gonna-
hold them against the thing.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
Henrik allows
I
me.
getcha.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kiavo, your movement. Are you going to attempt to sort of...
Sorry,
Oh, go on.
I wanted to also hold my shield above my head and Henrik's.
Yep, love it. That's good. Kiavo, are you going to move up to the mountainside like them?
Yep.
Or are you going to...
I'm going to move up to the mountainside, and I will hunker down. With my cloak, I would also cast Prestidigitation on the cloak itself to heat it to a certain amount, to hopefully be able to melt some of the snow as it comes crashing over and sort of stop me getting completely encased. And hunker down to be ready to shield if need be.
Okay. Henrik. Any preparations this coming catastrophe?
I don't think this is going to. Well, we're going to be in the mountains a while. I guess I'll save this for something. But I'm thinking about my potion of weather resistance. But I don't think it's going to be that helpful here. Yeah, I'm just going to flatten up against the cliff and hide under Natasha's
Okay.
shield.
In that case, I will take a strength save from Torin, and a strength save with advantage from Chiavo and Natasha. Nothing from Henrik or Sebastian.
It's a 12.
18.
How's that going for you, Natasha?
3.
Oh no. Fuck.
Natasha, you will take. Oh, let's roll that. Okay, Natasha, you will take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
And you will be knocked prone.
I'll let go of Henrik, obviously, because I don't want him to fall
At
eat.
which point, Henrik, ironically, you will take more damage than her, as her shield badges down. I'm rolling a d4 for you and a d10 for her, but alas, you're taking 3 bludgeoning damage and she took 1. Torin, your save was an 18.
Yes.
You were able to weather it. Chiavo?
12, I believe.
Fail.
Oh, okay.
Six bludgeoning damage, and you will be knocked prone.
Ow, fucking hell.
Okay. At this point, Torin, it is up to you. What do you want to do at this point?
So I'm gonna join everyone by the wall, obviously, to try to weather this.
Yeah. So again,
blizzard.
like Henrik, Sebastian will not make a save himself. But if
Yeah,
you fail, he will take half. He will get a half damage roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like sat on his shoulders,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
leg on each side.
I
And I'm
imagine
just,
that
like-
Torin is also like holding the shield.
Yeah,
above,
and I'm
like,
just like
yeah.
putting my body over his head to protect him.
I need strength saves again from Torin, Chiavo, and Natasha with advantage. Sorry, Natasha, you're prone, aren't you? As is Chiavo.
Yeah.
That's just a single strength save.
Is mine at advantage or no?
Yours is at advantage.
Okay.
Natasha and Chiavo, that is a fail for both of you. Both of you will take 3 bludgeoning damage.
It's a 17 for Torin.
Yes. Henrik, you take 1 bludgeoning. The snow continues to cascade downwards. At this moment, you see a sort of light in the center of the area in front of you as Fendus puts down his tent and it springs outwards. Over the top, you see this sort of sloped ridge of the tent downwards, and he begins yanking you all in one by one. As you all hear the snow cascade down upon the roof of the tent, somehow it seems to be holding strong against this avalanche. As the sounds eventually stop, the drumbeat upon the roof turns to you, and I thought it better to dig our way out than possibly get knocked off that cliff edge.
Aye, quick thinking, Fendus. Glad to have you here.
I know we might be buried in snow, but I'm kind of warm in here right now. Perhaps we should take rest before moving on. Expecting monster. Oh, fighters.
Torin nods in agreement.
At this point, you may take a long rest. It is approximately 6:30 in the evening. This means you will have to make the last part of the journey through in the night. But given the state of you guys, I think it's better than... As you all rest, Fendus will keep watch. Starts tapping your shoulders. Go on. Come right in. Made a little progress, but not. Gestures as he pulls out the door. You sort of see that there is so little gap of like snow dug into. As you all see that you are at the depths of piles of snow, I'd like to take a moment to stop and ask the party how they're feeling.
That was
Right.
brutal. That's how I feel.
Go on, Sebastian.
feel like shit. I mean, I know we just had a long rest, but feel like shit.
Yeah, I more mean how you feel coming through what you've just been through, the trauma of the, because in my mind, once you got into this tent and he said, you can rest, you guys just sort of collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's sort of how you feel immediately after the fight, really.
Do you want me to change the music to something more calm?
No?
I think for Sebastian, he's kind of thinking, maybe we shouldn't be adventurous anymore. Maybe we're a bit way over our head. Yeah, he's lost a bit of his confidence, I guess. I mean, he was downed like 5 times. So.
Yeah. I know, 100%. What about Henrik? How's Henrik feeling?
Well, no question he's feeling small because he was so much smaller than this absurd thing. Obviously, Sebastian, yeah, but he is, however, thinking about how glad he is that Black Radish and the cart were not here. And that gets him thinking about where Black Radish and the cart are heading back to. And that although it's a lot, it feels a lot less dangerous down there. The last time they were down there, it really wasn't that much less dangerous. This shit is coming out of the mountains, and we may as well be here to take care of it, keep it from more permanently ruining the life we want to go back to.
Alright.
So aside from probably feeling exhausted after such a crazy fight, I think that Torn is actually feeling quite grateful that this group of people are around him. Definitely feels indebted to them, probably especially so for Natasha. And yeah, probably also strangely exhilarated by the experience. Nearly dying.
Yeah, there's powder coming out on top, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
How's Natasha feel?
She's quite shook, because when she held her shield and she drank the potion, she was fully ready to just take the hit while the rest of the party got out. So it is very intense for her. I love the music; it's so cheerful. So she's quite in her feels, I think, because she literally saw death in front of her eyes. So I think she shares what Sebastian is feeling, and I think she's ready to go back to Sandringham, see her family, and take a break from adventuring for a while. Yeah, I mean, considering she nearly died 3 times in the last 2 days,
Yeah,
she's ready to go home.
That's been a tough ride, and as Sven is sort of absorbs how talks to you, he turns to you, overcome adversities, make us stronger. It'll be so much easier next time. He laughs, looks at sort of the gashes and bruises down his side, just like, well, or so they tell me. And with that, he will begin to, with his bow, just begin scraping the snow out the way, as you may all assist.
Did anyone grab
I'll
that
just use
shovel off the cart?
I'll just use prestidigitation and start heating snow with it and just melt everything.
Yeah, I think Torin's got the shovel, everybody's just sort of maneuvering this snow. It's about 40 feet up, and eventually you crest the snow. Come to the top of the pass. Snow filled in the whole pass. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jamil. You started, but I don't know if you had more to say.
No, I did, but yeah.
Please tell us, how is Kiava feeling? Apart from that was brutal.
Kiavo's feeling, the one thing going through his head right now is, fuck this outside malarkey. I want to go back. I want to go back to a library and just hit the books and just stay that way. Fuck this. This is fucked. If this is what it's like every day or every week, then No, thank
As you say that, Fendus does explain that it is incredibly unusual to be this, but the movements of the orcs and Yuanti have disturbed beasts that rest apart from in the harshest of winters. Travel through them.
Then, if this is the worst that it can get, or the rare worst case scenario,
Why say
then
it?
it's a cautionary tale. Definitely don't want to be going gallivanting around, especially carelessly.
Well,
And I'd still rather hit the books and just stay that way. But there was something in there as well. The way Natasha stood, the way I turned and stood and realised we can't run now, we have to stand, we have to fight. We've had these moments with the orcs that raided. We had them with the bandits as well. We had it here. We've had multiple situations where we just decided there's no more time to running. It's time to stand and fight.
Yeah.
I've had these moments, and there's something to that. It's somewhat noble, I guess. But
I agree.
this is something we need to become stronger at, because if this is something that's going to be happening more often, then we need to stand up to the plate. We need to take our shot. We need to do what must be done.
True, but right now what must be done is burrowing your way up of this. And as you burrow your way to the top of this snow, you see that the land is sort of plateaued out. Ahead of you, you see this small wooden hut, crest of a ridge. Fendus leads you up to it. Scouting Hut 1. Gestures down as the ridge falls sharply on the other side. You see that there is an amassed orcish army. Or 5,000 strong.
That is a big fucking problem.
I stand there seeing this army. The door to the hut opens and an elf walks out. And this elf looks incredibly like Kevrin Andringham, but isn't.
Related by any chance?
Oh yeah, they're brothers. Yeah. Nods to you, and I'm Adriel. Make your acquaintance. Cup of tea.
Couldn't ask for anything better right now. Jesus.
Please.
Leads you into the hut. Quite spacious in here. Quite a beautiful view out both ways. You look out over the mountains. It's late at night at this point. It's 10:30, 11 o'clock. And after a while of looking down at the amassed torches of the orcish army, you will instead look up. Notice the clear night sky, where now nothing stands between you and the stars, really. Enough to make you feel even smaller. Bad as you contemplate how far you've come. How far you've got to go. May indeed level up. For standing strong in the mountain passes against mightiest of beasts, may all take a point in strength. And for her decision to stand, be hit. For her friends, Asha take a point in constitution. Hennick, for the most effective hideous laughters I've ever seen.
Yes.
Take a point in charisma, because this man can tell a Yeti a joke. And it'll spend 4 rounds on its ass.
Yes.
And for the connective flavour of linking it to where Black Radish is, and how that reminds you that it's dangerous everywhere. The world's coming for you guys. Please take the image. I, with that, would like to contribute my MVP before I pass it to you all, which is Natasha asking if she could have a free bonus action. And then stating, can't get a free bonus action in this economy. Really made me smile. MVPs. Rico.
So hands down, the MVP of this session. First of all, fantastic session.
Yeah.
So many great moments. But it's got to go to Bruno for several reasons. Firstly, for playing Fendis like a G,
Mm-hmm.
just like quite obviously has played a ranger in the past. Secondly, for saving not only Torin's ass, but more or less all of our asses at some point during the entire ordeal. And then also for the point when we were talking to the dwarf armorer, and you rolled like a 3 on heavy armor, and then he was just like, "Can I give you guidance for that?"
Yeah, that was beautiful. Loved that. Bruno.
I'm actually like quite hot because of this combat, because combat is my favorite thing in D&D. As you know, I say this like every session.
Well, I give you a lot of combat at the moment.
I really enjoy the combat, as always. That's why I choose a cleric, because I love utility. It's my favorite class all around in any game I play. I really enjoyed playing Fendus. Quick little dive into my personal. My first character ever was actually a ranger, so it was nice to go back and re-experience that. But my actual MVP, which brought a lot of laughter to everyone, was when Atraxia and Josh cast levitation on E1.
It's still there.
It's still there, floating. That was really nice.
Crazy.
And I particularly liked how Hennig kept throwing people off in laughter, and I'm really sorry that I kept hitting them, but that was really useful. That's my MVPs.
No, I think the fact that they just kept failing their wisdom saves meant it was really, really good. That they were incapacitated on their turn and taking damage. Eventually you had to hit that Yeti. You couldn't just leave it laughing. It would have chased you to the end of the earth. I had a third map prepared if I had to use it.
Jesus!
Yeah, there was no way you were getting away without killing it, but the idea of the combat was that she would run and hit and run and hit. I've never tried a moving combat before, but I was really excited to try it. And yeah, you guys, excellent performance on that, by the way. Jamal, your MVP.
I'm going to have to go with this one. I'll say the Curse of 30-foot range spells, and the only thing having enough range to do anything happens to be a cantrip that does cold damage against an enemy with an immunity to cold. And being like, is this going to even apply the frostbite effect, or is this just going to be totally fucking useless?
I really thought you had magic missiles. Did you just not prep it?
No, I don't have magic missile at all.
Weird.
No, I don't have magic missile.
I was sure you.
The only damaging spells that I have are Witch Bolt and Agonize and Scorcher.
Ah, well, what a shame. Joe,
but that's fine. They work.
MVP.
I don't like to just suck up to the DM, but I have to give it to the encounter arrangements this time. I really liked, the whole, like, the chasms in the map and the bridge and the arrangement of this, and then like things that are I really enjoy when there's like environmental effects that aren't enemies, and I would actually include the Aurochs like that. You know what I mean? Like they're moving around, they create a obstacle that's in motion, like the avalanche does. And yet, it's like it takes, like, instead of just slogging back and forth, punching, it changes that a lot, and including the whole sort of top 2/3 of the last map, going like, oh, I don't know if we have to go up there yet. Like, it totally, like, just having that there. Like, I try not to be map obsessed, but having that there made me much more fighting down at the bottom. Like, now it turns out we're just in a tent taking a long rest at the bottom, and that's great.
Yeah, it all depended on when you killed the Yeti, because obviously you could have kept going and it would have kept following, and then eventually,
But after like 3 new locations of shit popping out of the snow, I was like, well, if we go up these stairs, what's going to pop out up there? I better save a slot.
Good, I'm so glad.
I liked it.
I'm so glad, because that's the whole purpose of these sort of encounters, is to make it more than just, I just use all my spells and throw out all of that dude, and that's fine,
Right.
I think I like the variety, and I'm rewarded by players that use their logic and they run and they follow the map. Can you imagine if you guys had just gone, just gonna stand here and take it? I mean, first of all, you would have got absolutely battered by the boss, because you kept him out of range for so much of the fight. I mean, you saw when he got in range, he knocked out 2 people in 1 round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was so good that you managed to delay that long. Josh.
My MVP is you trying to TP chaos.
I didn't try and TPK anyone. What did I try?
Oh, really?
Oh.
No, he just tried to kill you.
He also tried his very best to worm his way to keep Torin still paralyzed.
Oh, well, that was.
I thought that was a weird flavor, but then Bruno managed to make it a sensible flavor. But yeah, no, I really enjoy tough encounters that make people think and challenge people to try different ways of approaching things, and sometimes the answer is to run. Obviously, I had to give you the NPC to balance the encounter, otherwise you were screwed.
Oh yeah.
Tremendous.
But he didn't actually do all that much. His damage output was great, but it wasn't in comparison to the absorption shield that you guys put down, or simply picking people up and running with them. That actually had more effect. I mean, Hideous Laughter, right, had way more effect than just the consistent damage of the Ranger. I just needed something to scale your damage up a bit to allow it to be, because I knew Torin wouldn't be able to attack much this fight, and obviously that's where the damage would have come from. However, I think if you guys would like to say goodbye, we are going to end there.
Goodbye.
Catch you
Bye
next
now.
session.
And we will be raiding Mendari, who is homebrewing today, and answering your questions. So I hope you guys have had a good session, and I will see you